over here, and then we are good. Right, okay, so previously on, what is this? Curse of the Crimson Throne.
Curse of the Crimson Throne. That's right.
Our heroes all, one way or another, received a mysterious note telling them that somebody knew the location of a notable crime figure who we've all had issues with in our pasts. And we all met up at the location in the note, and we met a woman whose name I do not remember. Gravlax. Gravlax with her familiar dill.
Zalaris.
Zalaris.
Yes, I have her head in a box.
Oh, spoilers, Dave, come on. So, Zalaris, and she was like, I know where this guy is, but you must act now. So we acted now, and we ran off to the docks, which is where the marker is here. And there we, after scouting out and getting very little information, we pincer attacked and killed everything. And then we hung around for about an hour while Dave escorted the children who we rescued to safety. Arameus escorted the children to safety that we recovered. And while he was doing that, he found out that the place where we had met Gravlax was a abandoned, tattered wreck, and there was no sign of recent life. We descended beneath the fishery, which is where we found the children, where the crime boss was holed up, and we fought him and his pet alligator, finally slaying them both. Gavlan Lamb.
Gobbleguts.
Gobbleguts?
Yeah, it was Gobbleguts.
Who was Gobbleguts?
The crocodile.
Oh, the crocodile, okay. Right, but the person was Gadron, right?
Yes, Gadron Lamb.
Gadron Lamb. So we killed Gobbleguts, we killed Gadron, and then we recovered a significant amount of personal items that had been stolen and potentially used for blackmail, along with various records and things. And we also found the woman who we'd met. We found her head in a box, clearly dead for months. Maybe indicating that the person who we had met with was a spooky ghost. And that spooky ghost woman had done a tarot reading for us before we came, and she, the last card that she had drawn in the tarot reading was Chaos. And we were like, no problem, dust off our hands, we killed the bad guy, and we walked out of the fisheries, and the city was on fire, and people were saying, the king is dead, long live Queen Arabasti. And then we rested for a full 8 hours and went shopping. And now here we are.
I think mechanically we'll say you've done that. Cinematically, you've just came out basically.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Everyone happy with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so as I said, city is an absolute chaos. You hear shouts of, the king is dead, long live the queen. And then you hear people shouting them down saying, hang the queen, the usurper must die. So the city's gone a bit mental. You can see sporadic fires starting across over towards the Five Corners, towards Midlands, the Heights. It's just utter anarchy. There's people wielding clubs on the streets as you come out. It's chaos. So as a group, you've just came out of sort of Gadron's lair, the old fishery. What do you decide to do?
Head to
We'll
a
find the
fire and
closest
see
guy.
what started it.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I should grab the closest guy and say, what's going on? Why are people raising their arms?
Haven't you
Raising
heard?
arms.
The king is dead.
I heard, but why so much? How did he die?
I don't know that yet. I heard. Hold on, let me roll a 1d20, Tenson.
Okay.
Just need to find something.
8.
Shit. Okay. Give me 1 minute. I should prepare for this a bit better. I actually put in like have any of you used Foxit Reader before?
Yes.
You know how you can like add a bookmark and stuff? I did add a bookmark
No.
for this, but I lost it. Here we
Oh
go.
yeah, I don't think they stay by default. I think you have to like save a copy.
No, it's just like inside another tab for some reason.
Oh, weird.
I've got it anyway. 8, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, King Adred didn't die of old age. He was made sick and murdered by someone he trusted. My money's on that castle seneschal, Neolandus. Why else would he flee the city, eh? After the king's death?
Neolandus, you say? Who is he to the
Neolandus.
king?
The castle seneschal.
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 Ah, okay.
Isn't it a German word, seneschal?
No,
I
it's
It's
thought
not.
like keeper, right? Like
Yeah,
Head
like
steward.
administrator sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay.
this is what the man tells you.
Okay. Well, there's also okay. We should make our way. I tell the party we should make our way towards the castle.
I
It's in
think
Fort
we
Kosovo,
should
right?
see what these fires are.
The
Yeah,
fires
what-
are coming from the Fort Kosovo, right? Or not?
No, they're coming from
Fires
different
are sort
parts
of-
of.
I'd like to.
Boring.
Can I like look around and see where the fires are coming from? Like, are they just all around us? Are all the buildings up in flame, or is it specific?
It's kind of like the smoke, and you can sort of see like the red in fire. As it's still nighttime. It's quite late.
Okay.
The time you came out of the old fishery.
Okay. Where's the closest fire?
Closest fire, I'll say, is probably towards. Let me just double check. This is.
5 corners.
Yeah, probably up in this direction.
Should we approach towards the fire now?
Universe.
instead of
Well,
going this way?
we're heading that way anyway.
Yeah. So let's go towards the fire and then see if we can be of any assistance, maybe. Or maybe get some more information.
Hmm.
Because time
Okay,
is
so-
of the essence.
As you're passing the streets, it just becomes almost even more chaotic than it previously was. There's even more people getting out the streets. There's looting, like shops are getting smashed open and people are stealing stuff from inside. You haven't seen one single guardsman in the entire time you've wandered the streets. And you finally approach this fire just as it's sort of burning out of control. It's like this bakery, and it is just an inferno by the time you get there. People standing, chanting, "Down with the Queen."
So her coronation
where are
has
we
not
now?
been well received.
My people, what is wrong with
Uh-oh.
the Queen?
So,
Why do you hate your Queen so much?
amidst the din of people sort of shouting and screaming at you, Arameus, only a couple of people notice a man with like, looks like he just broken the end off a table and like grabbed sort of table leg with a sort of club, and he sort of spits at you, and he says,
Oh my
"You're sort of
God.
noble scum." Oh, thanks, Dave.
Huh? Oh, I'm on fucking voice. Sorry, man. And I'm
Hmm?
I'm just.
So yeah, amidst the din,
Yeah, amidst the din, sorry, I lost track of where I was there.
Man grabs a club.
Oh yeah, man with a club
Well done.
spits at Arameus, and yeah, he says it's nobles like you who ruin this good city.
might have a problem here, Aramis.
Well, I am a good man myself. What other nobles or any
Good
other
man.
people do?
In a good house, plenty of food. Probably got a couple of servants as well, don't you?
Well, I personally do not have a manor in this city, but my uncle
Oh,
does.
in this city. In this city.
Yes, well, it's not that I haven't worked for what I have.
It's not that you haven't worked for what you have, is it?
Um,
What have you done?
how's
What
the mood?
honest day's work have you done in your life?
I am a noble paladin.
How's the mood in the
I-
crowd around us as this goes on, Jamie?
So yeah, Morgan, Arameus doesn't notice it,
Mhm.
but you definitely do. You're sort of you're a dueling instructor, right?
Yes.
So you notice people like weighing their weapons, sort of crowding round as like a larger crowd is sort of drawn to you guys.
Interesting. Is Olo nearby to me?
Yep. I'll say Olo is as near or as far as Olo wants to be from you.
Okay.
I am very near to the party.
You're
I should
nearby.
probably talk to them.
So what I'd like to do is kind of, as I presume the crowd's attention is mostly focused on Arameus at this point.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So I would like to lean down and sort of whisper into Olo's ear. Perhaps you could create a distraction. And then I want to like ready myself and like keep an eye on the crowd for any sign that this is going to go beyond, just an argument of words.
Okay.
So the man's giving up on addressing you, Arameus, and he turns to like the small band of people that's gathered around him. There's probably about 6 or 7 people, not too many, but there's a larger sort of crowd, sort of standing watching this bakery burn down. He says, "Are we going to stand for this in our Corvosa? Let foreign nobles come here and buy up our land?"
Can I start doing some actions?
Yes, on you go. What would you like to do?
I'm going to kind of make my move around towards the direction of Old Kosovo. So I'm gonna pretend to like walk away a bit and then come in the direction from Old Kosovo, Corvosa, and then I'm going to in a huff
I'll
and
be
puff.
honest, guys. This is a tad bit improv, so I'm gonna move you onto a sheet just so you can sort of describe what you're doing.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Boop.
You might need to boop again. Oh, there we go.
I just need to move you guys.
There we
over.
go.
So, you guys position yourself as you want to be.
Cool,
I'll grab a couple.
Arameus, whereabouts are you?
Boop.
Okay, so I will be sort of near to Arameus. Yeah, maybe like here. So I can keep an eye on him and the surrounding peasants without being
I'll see.
directly the focus of their attention.
The red square is like the burning bakery
Okay, cool.
with like further people.
Where is oh god, I've forgotten your bird's name, Menelara. Where's what is her name?
Alreese will be
Alreese.
in the air.
Okay, cool. Just like circling above us, kind of thing.
Yeah, always keeping an eye on me, basically.
Okay, cool.
So,
There's like a large crowd of X.
Okay, I'll be
Like
like,
30 or 40 people.
I'm not here to buy your land, but if you tell me what's wrong with the nobles, I can go and speak to them and try and resolve any issues.
The queen, she's not fit to lead, and what are you gonna do about it anyway? You're just some toady to the queen, queensman.
I have never met the queen.
So, you fill us with false promises, do you? Typical nobles.
Well, you said the nobles and not the queen. I didn't know. Sorry.
So what's your plan, Olo?
Yeah, so
Olo?
what's everyone else doing while this is happening? So this has been going on for like a good 30-40 seconds. So what's everyone else been doing in this time?
Tens, what's your plan? Have you muted yourself?
Sorry, I'm gonna approach them and tell them that we just came from the castle, close to the castle, and that there was a lot of soldiers there. And to be honest, you're wasting your efforts in the wrong direction here. If you serve your purpose, you should head in the direction of the castle.
What?
What are you doing here? You're arguing against a stranger from another land. You're arguing against me, who's been living in this town, in this village.
So you're suggesting they burn down the castle?
So
No, I'm
yeah, your
suggesting
distraction is you are inciting them to
suggesting-
riot.
No, I'm suggesting that they go somewhere else because there's a lot of them, and I don't want. it's better that they are, you know. The thing is, right? They seem pretty pissed off here, and they seem pretty pissed off at you, David. So I'm trying to distract that attention away to
Yeah.
another direction because I don't want to kill any peasants at the moment.
Surely,
Do you give me a diplomacy roll then, Olive?
surely they can see I'm a good man. I mean, look at my aura.
Yeah, that's not exactly how that works.
Look, it's my magical aura, peasants. Cannot you
my
tell
magical
that I am
aura,
a good
just my
folks?
aura presence. Look
Oof.
at my hair.
Oof. Oof indeed.
What? And you want the 8 of us to storm Castle Corvosa? These fucking high-minded nobles, and he... If no one else does anything, will.
I would like. Is there anywhere near to Arameus that a large bird could land?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can you like, but not in front of him? Because if they still charge, I prefer they charge him and not my bird.
Well, the map will be as accurate to sort of scale, so there's like space here for Alvaris to sort of land. Alvaris.
Well, I prefer if we can like perch on something, just close enough to him.
Sure,
Yeah,
we'll say there's like
building.
a
And just-
lamppost or something.
Yeah, just land
Yeah.
and make a show of himself, basically.
Okay.
That maybe they're fucking with things they shouldn't be fucking with.
So give us a intimidate roll.
Yeah,
For
on a
Alris?
bird. Sure,
Can you?
this
I
one's-
forget, Jamie. Can you assist people with rolls? Is that a thing that you can do?
It is, yeah. You have to roll the skill, or whatever it is. You got to beat a DC of 10, and that gives me +2 to whatever I rolled.
Right.
To be honest with you, with that 5 that I just rolled,
Yeah,
it's
probably not worth
wasting
doing.
it. Although a little bit of display of magic might.
Well, I was just gonna like draw my sword as Alris lands, and because these guys are not armed, right, and we are clearly armed.
And with that, I'm also going to knock an arrow as well.
Yeah, so I would say I draw my sword and step forwards like that.
Okay. Olo, what are you doing during this time? Are you doing anything else?
Tens, you're muted again.
I draw my blades. I draw my swords, and I'll be like, "This is a bad idea for you. We are not your enemy. We are here to help. We just went to the docks to take out the criminal scum here who have been kidnapping your children, and this is how you repay us by threatening us."
And I'll say,
Don't
like,
give us- Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I'm your best chance of resolving any issues you have. I will try and help you if you just let me.
Give us a diplomacy then, Arameus.
Yowza!
Nailed it!
Kneel before your king.
So I think between your little talk and the drawn weapons, sort of backs off.
Oh, I rolled a 20.
I can see
You
that.
did roll a 20.
I critted.
Yeah, he crit them right in the diplomacy.
Come on, boys, we've got plenty of local nobles to. And turns away. And
Let's not hinder this paragon of justice anymore. God, you're beautiful. We love you, sir.
Look at my hair.
Yeah, as they're walking away, like you hear one of them say, "God, his hair was nice." His hair.
I sheath my blade and tap Arameus on the shoulder. Maybe we
I'll
shouldn't.
keep it low profile.
Maybe we shouldn't declare ourselves the chosen ones in front of angry mobs of peasants anymore this evening.
It's clear these fires are started by angry men. We don't have time for this. We should head to the castle, yes,
moved you
or
back to
some.
the map.
Where are we headed to?
So I'll say you guys are round about here now.
Well,
Who? Yeah. Sorry. Where were we headed to, Arameus?
There's a burning house at the moment, right? So is there anything like is the fires completely out of control, right?
Surely there's
Yeah,
a fire
there's a lot of fires.
brigade.
Very out of control. You haven't seen
We haven't seen
sign
any
of
guards.
any guards or any sort of workers for the
Is
city
there-
of Barbarossa.
If
I'm
if
gonna
something has
shout-
happened to the king, then likely the guards will be clustered around the castle.
Is there any signs of people in the fire, in the house with the fire, or do
In
you
that
think?
house?
Yeah, in the bakery.
Put
the
man
bakery.
in fire.
No, it's like completely out of control now.
We
so
have
looking at
no
it, if
means.
anyone was in there, it's far too late to help them.
Okay.
We have no means to put these fires out. Well, I don't.
That's true.
You might be better served or better used defending the place where you brought the children. Didn't you bring them to
Oh, they are in the
Church?
temple. Yes, so I'm sure they would be safe there. What?
Are you? Okay.
We don't know.
Well, we can go and check it out.
It's only my son.
Also, maybe we should check out the house we first came to, because that was totally different.
Okay. Well, we have
Well-
to think about priorities first. So
It's right next door to the temple.
Oh, okay. Then let's go to the head
Actually, is
to the temple.
The
Have a
temple
quick
of
look if it's
the
okay.
temple of G9, right?
Yeah, the Temple of G9 and H15.
Okay.
Hospice of the Blessed Maiden.
Let's go quickly
that
to the
was the
hospice
key.
of the Blessed Maiden.
G9. Yep, Hospice of the Blessed Maiden. Well done, everybody. We all looked up the key.
Nice. So where do you go first? Do you go for Zalara's house or do you go for the hospice?
Well, there's no fires down there, right?
No, there's fires and there's angry people all over the streets on your way
Is the
down. here.
hospice on fire?
The hospice is not on fire.
Okay.
There's a bit of a crowd outside.
These,
Are they hostile? Are they like angrily gathered outside the hospice, or are they just milling around, or are they headed somewhere else? Or...
You see like quite a lot of injured people who've sort of been injured in one way
Okay.
or another from the riots.
surely they wouldn't target a hospice.
Well, if they're all
Hospice
injured.
doors are closed though.
Hmm. So it seems likely that they came here for help. But the hospice is not accepting guests at the moment.
Maybe that fool.
What do
Maybe
we
they're scared.
what do we want to do here? Do we want to try and aid these people, or do we want to try and like help lower panic in the city, or do we want to just bunker down and wait for it to be over with?
I'd like
We
to.
can do.
Yeah. We can
Go on,
do.
David.
No, you go. That's fine.
I was going to say.
David, you can look after you, maybe check after your kids.
What were you saying, Sand?
I was going to say, we can do two things at once. We can hunker down here, keep the children and the hospice safe, and once we've kind of secured that area quickly, we can range out a little bit and quieten down anything else that needs to be quietened down. We can't, like, there's only 4 of us. We can't deal with a whole
Yeah.
city's worth of turmoil. Let's just focus on what we can actually do something with.
So we can try and lock down this area and keep the people in it
Mhm.
safe, and then spread out from there as necessary.
Jamie,
Yes.
can I make like a local check to say where is like the most important areas that we should make sure is okay?
Well, it depends on what your role in society is, right? Like for you personally, it's going to be where you live, surely.
You are. But I know I'm aware of the local area, right? Because I've got knowledge of local. Like there must be some like, for example, is there like a school which is really dangerous, which could be the target, or maybe like a courthouse nearby?
T5 is the
where-
castle, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah. This massive pyramid. I've actually got an image somewhere.
It's
so-
Castle Corvosa, isn't it?
That is Castle Corvosa.
Oh, what?
Uh,
That G6 is Castle Corvosa.
Yes, the big pyramid.
Okay, is T5 the academy then?
Let me have a look. T5 is the academy.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
the king's in the castle, right?
Not anymore. He's dead.
Have you heard the news?
It's a dead body.
There's a picture of Castle Corvosa. It is massive. It's like
Right.
built on this sort of stone pyramid. It's huge. Dominates the sort of landscape.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I'll go check on the children then.
While David checks on children, maybe we should go look at the house to save time.
Okay.
Yeah.
so
I guess
one
I
of you-
will. I'll stay with Arameus to make sure that because my student is here as well, right?
Yes.
So I will stay with Arameus and make sure that the temple here is safe, and then I guess we can see about seeing whatever we're going to do with this crowd of belligerent injured people banging on the door. I'm sure another speech will go down swimmingly.
Oh yeah.
People, heed me. I am your better.
Bow down before me.
Cannot you see my blonde locks and cape?
I apologise if I appear to.
Look
Come
at the
across
quality
as a
of my
snob.
armor. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So we'll go to Zalara's house first. So who goes into Zalara's house? It's Menelara and Olo,
Well,
right?
I'm going that way. Menelera, will you come join me?
Mm-hmm.
Olo, take this head.
He says in front of a crowd of injured people.
Handing me a decapitated head of a woman in front of a crowd.
It's in a box.
Okay, you give the box over. To me.
Olo, take this head. It's in a box. He says, handing a bleeding box with flies
just
buzzing
say-
around it.
It
Take
might
this
come in
and hand
useful.
me discreetly. You said take this and hand me discreetly a box. That's it. Okay, good. Like,
I have nothing to hide. I did not kill her. Whoop.
Enough. On your way, Olo. Tarry not, lest we be murdered in the streets.
oh god, oh god, oh god.
Yeah, so Menelara and Olo, you enter Zalara's house, and it's as Arameus described. The place looks incredibly run down and unlived in. There's like a thick layer of dust over most of the surfaces. If you look at the table where you all sat down initially, there's actually like movements of the dust where you all initially sat down and where Olo paced around to look at the tapestries. It's clear no one has been here but yourselves for quite a while.
Okay. The place doesn't have a garden, does it?
No. It's just a house.
Okay.
It's like the one room.
So I'm gonna look around. There's nothing different from when. So other than obviously we saw everything. Is there anything of interest in the room that perks my eye quickly or not? Anything that is out of place slightly?
Well, even the table itself is like cracked down the middle. You definitely don't remember things like that. So you recognize it as well. You can piece together some sort of powerful magic that sort of stunned this. Who has
Funny-
the Harrow deck?
Oh, I think I agreed to hold on to that, didn't I? Because
But let's say you gave it to one of us
okay,
to return.
sure.
Also,
Let's say I
that-
gave it to one of you to return.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on, let me
If
just
one
take
of you
that
has
out
it.
of my inventory.
Okay. I
Um,
should put it in my inventory.
A card just appears on the table. It materializes in front of your eyes, although,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a plain card, and it just says "Thank you."
Ooh. And I will say, justice was served. The pleasure is ours. I hope you rest in peace. Okay.
Nothing.
I'll say a short prayer to
And then I tip her head onto the table.
to Gozra, the Lord of the Winds, to that her soul may rest.
Yeah, it might not have even been her. It might have been someone else doing an illusion. But I'm not here.
Also, I am not here.
But I heard you.
Grand. So I'll say that's you two done. Oh, I can't remember the name of the priest that I said.
Ah, the priest. The priest. Let me
Rather
remember.
inconsequential, I think.
It's a bit on the nose, isn't it, Jamie, to call him inconsequential?
Father Divery.
Father on the spot. Thank you.
Father temporary name update later.
Insert name when not busy. Okay, so
Father Divery, as I knock on the door. I have returned.
yeah, so I'll just say the four of you are at the door. You sort of push past the crowd with, fair ease. People are like muttering and moaning, especially when they see Arameus. You get a couple of spits in the ground at your feet.
Can I pull like one of the more healthy ones aside and have a quick chat?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why are you gathered here? I can see you're injured. I can see some of the people here are injured. Wouldn't they be better off in their homes?
No, my friend came here. His arm's awfully wounded, sir.
But the hospice seems sealed. No doubt because of the chaos in the cities.
Don't know what to do.
Okay, and is anybody here seriously injured, or are they minor scrapes, burns, broken arms?
I think there's one guy in the back that looked really bad. And he sort of points you out to him, and he's sort of got a major head wound, sort of bleeding from the head.
Can I'd like to call out Arameus. While we try and speak to the hospice, maybe you could take care of the more seriously wounded in the crowd. This gentleman over here, for example.
Question: do I need heal to be able to do that?
Absolutely, you do.
Have you not got lay on hands?
I do, but I thought it would be different to the heal skill.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I presumed that
Although
you would
it
be
is-
able to use your holy light to perhaps gain us some measure of goodwill with the crowd. Or
It's
perhaps a speech.
Heal is ticked for me, so
nice.
maybe I'll do it.
Have you got a point in it?
No,
So it's a
So you
class
don't have
skill, but you don't have it trained, I guess.
no, it's also a -1.
Yep.
So
Cut, I'm afraid.
yeah,
Okay.
so for this kind of thing, I need the heal
Perhaps
skill
then-
rather than healing, right?
Perhaps then Menalara would be able to take a look at the more deathly injured.
Yeah, Manalara.
Yeah, or we could see if the priest will take him in.
I mean, or I could just mercy kill him.
Or I will. Okay, I'm gonna just sidle up to Morden and say, if I start healing people in the middle of this mob, I'm gonna make a bigger panic as they rush towards us to try and be healed. It's
How
better
big
to-
is the mob?
The whole town.
Yeah.
There's I'd say there's about 20, 25 people here.
Okay.
The more injured amongst them could easily be crushed underfoot. We'd be better off having some order placed upon it. Just let them trickle into the hospice, and then we can heal them behind closed doors rather than out here in the street where
These are
somebody decides,
angry,
"I'm more
injured
important."
people being locked out of a temple. It won't
Yeah,
take
well, we
much
can-
to provoke them.
Exactly. That's my point.
Okay.
I'm not against healing them. I'm just against healing them where chaos can easily break. Even
Okay.
more so than it already has.
Well, then I leave it to you to try and talk our way into the temple. I will separate the more injured, and then I go to do that. So I'll start trying to do a bit of triage, Jamie. So just like identify who is grievously injured and like get them to the front of the line.
Arameus, can you talk us inside?
Yeah, I knock on the door.
You hear no answer just from knocking.
Father Divery, I have returned. Let me in to see my son and the boys I saved.
So it's like it's a large temple door. And have you ever been to like any of these old castles who've got like one large door? Like churches have these as well. And they have like a smaller door built into the door.
Yes.
Yeah. Sallyport.
What's it called, Dave?
Sallyport.
There's one of those. What the fuck is it? A sally port? did
A
you say?
Sally door.
Port from which you sally forth.
Sally. How do you spell that?
SALLY.
SALLY, like the name.
Yeah, one of those. Right. Yeah, so there's one of those, and the door opens and you see the face of Father Dithery. But as you do, the crowd starts to like surge forward a bit, and your backs are sort of getting pressed as people are trying to sort of get in. And Father Dithery says, "Quickly, quickly, come in."
Is there enough time for all of us to get in?
Yeah, I'll say there's enough time. These people are injured, and you're all brave, tough, strong, level 2 adventurers. You've got no real problem beating the crowd to the door.
Okay, so we can all get in. Sorry, Luke came down.
Yeah, you can all get.
Yeah, okay. At this point, I have to go upstairs and put the duvet on the cover. So that's not part of this game. Be right back.
Okay, so while Dave is domesticizing,
Yeah, so Father Dithery introduces himself to the rest of you. He says, "Welcome to the hospice of the Blessed Maiden."
why have you sealed your doors? There are injured folk outside.
Yes, there are injured folk, but there are also people who would wish to do harm to the people inside here. We're best waiting until all of this calms down and the city guard comes. You can see he's quite shaken.
Where are the city guard?
I'd like to know that myself. I haven't seen any of them.
When was
This
the
all
last
started
time you saw a member of the guard?
Oh, it would be... about... say like 3 hours ago-ish.
Okay.
I think we should take care of this this issue with the most wounded, as you said, Chris. As you said, Modern. We
Mhm.
must get the really wounded in and taken care of, and then we need to resolve this issue with the guards. Because if we can solve the issue with the guards, we can solve probably all disorder.
There are some outside whose injuries will prove fatal shortly. Will you take those in if we can keep the others out?
Oh, yes, that is an excellent idea. And, yeah, so he sort of poses with you that he's happy to take in the most injured of the people as long as you sort of guard the door, essentially, for the night.
Okay.
Do you think, because obviously we need to keep the time. I don't know whether it's a good idea for, like, Dave could probably guard the door. He's pretty strong, or one of us can guard the door. And then we can, we need to resolve this issue. Where would the guards be? Do you know roughly? Is there like a guard house? Like a barrack?
In this place? No, it's a temple.
No, not in this thingy, but in the city. Where is the barracks located?
Oh, barracks it's called the Citadel of Volkshi or something like that.
So probably. Oh no.
At the fort, maybe? At Garrison Hill?
Hold on, set some interest.
G10 is Citadel Vol.
It's got a weird name, eh? Was it G10?
Yeah, G10.
Where the hell is G10?
Volshniak?
I see G11.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
G10 is right there. Okay, yeah.
Where is it? Can you
So
please?
you're fairly close.
Okay,
So-
we need to. So that's the garrison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the Corvosan Guard.
Okay.
sort
I
of
think.
headquarters.
Do you think David is, because he's away at the moment dealing with thing, we can let him hold the door. We'll take the injured out. We'll talk to David. I'm sure he'll agree. And then we can go towards the garrison.
Someone will need to talk to the crowd outside and explain,
Yeah.
and calm them down a bit, or they
He's
will,
the best man for the job.
or they will surge the door. Not me. I don't care
Okay.
about these people, and they don't care about elves.
I think it would be good that like I should talk to the guards. Probably not David because he's way too noble.
I think I agree with that.
And I think these guards obviously don't give a shit about the people either, because they're not helping or the city. So I think if David holds, we can sit here and help with making sure get the initial wounded in, the really wounded in. We'll close the door behind, and then we'll get David to we'll get Arameus to hold the door, and then we'll go to the garrison quickly, and then come back.
Okay. So say that again. You want to go to the garrison?
We want to go to the garrison, like 3 of us or maybe 4 of us, I don't know, but I think one person needs to hold the door here, right, just to make sure that it doesn't get ravaged.
Well, we need to get the injured in first, right?
Yes, exactly.
So we need to calm down the crowd, get the injured people in, explain like the presence of the person that we're leaving behind, and then go and investigate the garrison. Right? Those are the steps that we want to carry out.
Okay. Right. So who goes out and deals with the crowd?
I think
I
Olo.
It's got to be Aramaeus. He's the only one.
Yes.
capable of it.
All right, Olo, give us a diplomacy check,
My diplomacy.
or tell me how you're doing it. You can try and intimidate them if you want.
No. I will approach the guys. I've got diplomacy. I say good people.
Um,
We will take care of the most seriously wounded. Chris has, Morden has already identified those, right? He looked at.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I don't know if this will assist the role or not, Jamie, but what I'd like to do is go outside of the temple and then, like,
Choose some people.
just go to the people who are the most injured and start bringing them forwards. You know, checking, like, doing like some rudimentary stuff, but like not to. I just want to do stuff that will be seen clearly as me, not being a threat, not threatening, not trying to intimidate them in any way. Just trying to like make it clear that my concern is for the wounded.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
both of you managed to do that fine. They're like happy that people are finally going to start getting in. So the people that you do let in are very, very thankful. As soon as the first person comes in, people start like forming up, like trying to get your attention more than as they notice that you're the one that decides whether they go in or go out. Lots of people coming up to you and like, oh please, my son, sir, he's very sick, and then you look at the son and he's maybe got like a load of splinters in his arm,
Yeah.
or something. Not
Okay. I
serious.
backhand his son across the face.
How dare you do that?
I will say you will all be taken care of in time. You all will will be fine for the next few hours.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Let's take care of the most wounded first, and you will be taken care of. Just
Yeah.
wait.
Peace. Look, you're safe. You're safe here in front of the temple. The temple can't fit that many people inside. Just let them take the grievously wounded, and
You'll all be taken care
no
of.
harm will come to you waiting here.
Sure, give us a diplomacy to see how calm the crowd stays after all this. Nice, very good.
Hey,
Yeah, the
awesome.
crowd is perfectly fine with you leaving some of the wounded outside for some reason. You've convinced them very well, all of them. They're sort of calm and they sort of take their places, sort of sitting down at the steps of the temple.
So, okay, David, you back, right?
Yeah.
So we decided that one person should stay here and keep the crowd happy and not invading into the temple. We probably thought that you would be the best person for this job because you're pretty strong. And
They hate me.
It's
also-
true.
no.
The
But-
They
peasants
hate
you.
me,
You don't-
and my
you don't know
son's
you don't know.
inside, so I'm going in.
No, but you're protecting them from coming into the thing, right? Or you can even stay in, but you're basically going to be bouncer. Is that okay?
No.
While we go, so we found out that here, David, in G10 is the guardhouse. So we want to try and figure out quickly what the hell's going on, why the guards are not coming out. So your choice. You can we can all go, 4 of us, and just forget the temple for now.
Very
You're pretty
well,
happy.
as
No,
I
the-
as
okay,
I
let's-
If you don't,
sit down on the step and just look at everyone.
if you don't think you'd be suitable for the role, I can stay here while you go to investigate the
we can-
garrison.
No,
also
no.
Because I do have a bit more goodwill with the crowd than you, so they might be less likely to just start arguing with
Well,
me.
you saw what's happened before, right?
Yes, I saw
But
you
you're
happen
also-
to the crowd.
All I did was walk near them,
Mm.
and they started.
The question is, your son is in that house, right, David?
My son is in this temple.
Yeah. So, anyways, we can all 4 of us. We can leave the temple, or we can all 4 of us go there. Or one person stays behind. It's the team's party's choice. I cannot make that choice, right?
Oh wait, what are we doing? Going into the temple?
No, going to the
I
garrison.
will say that it's been so in game terms,
Mhm.
right? You guys have been awake for quite a while now.
Yeah.
It's like 3 in the morning ish, and I will get you guys to roll on fatigue
Okay.
if you try and keep pressing on.
Okay.
Well, why don't we just hold up in here in the temple for the night?
Yeah, I think either
My-
either of those would be fine. Either
Was
we
my
all.
son okay?
The guard place is so close by, right? We could try
Yeah,
and figure
so
out.
Father Dithery brings you sort of your son, and you know he's fine.
Okay, good. I just tell him that I have some more work in this city to do, and when I'm done, I'll come back for him. But until then, he must stay.
Okay. So
Don't get
we can
kidnapped again, son.
Yeah. We could. I mean, the doors look as if they'll hold out, and the guys, we convinced them that they shouldn't break it down, and we're going to be back in like 10-15 minutes, right? We told them that it'll be a few hours.
You sort of
So-
placated the crowd
Yeah.
with that
So
diplomacy
I,
check.
I think we're safe to go here for at least for like an hour or so, and then we can rest.
Okay.
afterwards.
Why don't you
He's
guys
not
go ahead
late,
and
though.
I'll man the door here and make
I'm
sure that if any
normally-
more severely injured show up, then like I have some goodwill with the crowd. I can let the injured in and keep the rest calm.
Okay. You sure?
Someone has to
Okay.
stay.
Fine.
You think someone has to say?
Okay.
All right. Okay. I would like to investigate this G10 quickly, the guardhouse, see if it's empty or not. If it's completely empty,
Yeah, go.
we'll just come.
So are you going yourself, Olo?
I will see who else wants to come with me, because the guardhouse could be quite dangerous because there's guards. They might be quite. They might need some pushing.
I
to help.
shall come, but I'm normally in bed by 11.
I look over at Manalera. What do you suggest? Should we rest or should we just take care? Because
I don't understand why you're going to try to go to the
Guardhouse.
guards building now. That makes no sense.
Well, if we can get the guards to actually help deal with all this shit, then we don't have such the emergency, right? Then we can rest. Because the main issue here is that
If
the
the
guards,
guards
aren't
were
doing anything.
able to deal with it, don't you think they'd be dealing with it?
No, but maybe they are not dealing with it because they're either
They're scared.
missing, they're either not there and they're at the guardhouse protecting the royal family, or they're there and they're just scared and they need some motivation.
I think you're the one to motivate them.
Yeah, I will definitely go that way,
Not
but maybe I need some.
Olo,
Not the royalty and noble of
Olo.
the city, you, a stranger.
Olo, you go. I think it's not worth it personally, so I may just get some rest in this temple.
Although these people here need us more than some men who are armed and paid to defend the city.
Okay. Well, I will not go by myself. It's way too dangerous. In this state. So.
Okay,
I will
so then
agree-
I guess do we sort of bed down for the night then?
Yeah, so
and take
Father
shift
Dithery
on the
sort of
door.
sets you up. Like a large crowd approaches the door, Mordrin, during your sort of watch at the door. But seeing your actual weapon to their clubs, they quickly back off and find easier targets. Yeah, but apart from that, it's an uneventful night. Apart from the sounds of screaming, I think it's Hippogriffs at the Sable Company.
Oh
right?
yeah, they ride hippogriffs, don't they?
Yeah. So you hear the occasional screaming hippogriff flying through the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
something like that. We'll go with that. An uneventful night, and
Apart from
morning-
the king being dethroned, the city being on fire, and the guards disappearing. Pretty
Exactly.
chill.
Pretty chill night. You're all rested. Father Dithery brings you like a very simple breakfast, just some sort of stale bread that you had.
Okay. As morning comes around, have the fires died down? Does the city look less chaotic than the night before, or is it still kicking off?
There's certainly still people out in the streets as you come out. Still people wielding like makeshift clubs and weapons, pitchforks, that sort of thing. The city guards certainly haven't turned up to sort of start to quell the chaos, at least not here anyway.
Huh, interesting.
I propose the guys. Should we go check the guardhouse?
Yes, Olo, let's go.
So as you're sort of all leaving the sort of temple, a man approaches you. He looks absolutely mental. Does anyone have heal, by the way?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
don't.
Can you roll heal for me, Dave? Because something about him doesn't look quite right. Yeah, that's enough. You know that he has something called filth fever. Just by
Oh,
looking at him, looking at his
great.
pustules and boils on his face, and his rashes are quite developed. And he points to you, Mordrin, and says, "You! The eye of Grotus has turned from the boneyard to look upon Corvosa. And you." And he just starts walking towards you.
Jamie, what do I know about Phil's fever?
Filth fever, I will tell you in a second. This disease is. I'll just give you all of it. You rolled well enough. This disease is passed via the bite of infected animals, particularly those that frequent sewers, such as rats and otiochs, or giant flies. Give me a religion roll as well.
No.
You can roll knowledge untrained.
Oh, you
can't
can? Okay, yeah, you can. Yeah,
I
I guess
have
you
it.
wouldn't know this. You wouldn't know this section of it.
Hmm.
If you
I
tell
have
Dave,
it.
then
Does that
Dave can
matter?
roll.
Alright.
Okay, I will tell Arapeus and the rest of them that this man is infected with Phil
Oh,
fever.
what?
So you know the effects of it. Symptoms appear within 1 to 3 days of contracting it. Include general fatigue, muscle and joint aches. If left untreated, it can kill the average human in under a week.
Okay, what's that got to do with religion?
Well, roll religion.
Let's see if you know.
Might find something else about it. You know this disease is common and spread amongst the undead.
I hate undead.
This city has quite a large undead population.
So yeah, he's just stumbling towards you, Mordred.
Okay, and he pointed at me and started raving and saying, like, die, and then started staggering towards me, yeah?
So he screams at you, and he says, "Near the time of your death, the city will succumb to a great sickness and peril. It will be Corvosa's darkest hour." And he keeps walking towards you.
Can we tell if he is
No need
undead?
for that, friend. Settle down and we can see if the... is it monks or healers? Healers at the temple can see to your illness.
The healers will be able to do naught, for soon, death, the eyes of Grotus will gaze upon Corvosa.
More
Is he-
than this man may be undead.
What?
Is he threatening?
Your knowledge religion definitely tells you that he's not undead. No, but he's still approaching you,
Okay.
Mordred.
Alright,
He's
okay.
within about 15 feet now.
I will get out my I have my cesta still wrapped on my arms, right? Because I always have this. With a bludgeoning weapon, can I make a non-lethal attack, Jamie?
Yeah, you can.
So,
Hold, friend. There's no need for this. We can... like, I'm just trying to talk down the guy as he's walking towards us. Or towards me, I guess. If you come closer, I will strike.
Then strike you must. But I've seen you in my dreams. And he keeps walking closer. He's within 10 feet of you
Can I detect evil?
now.
At
Men of
will.
Lara.
Mhm.
No, you can't detect evil from him. You know that filth fever can definitely be spread by touch.
Oh, you said bite a minute a minute ago. Okay.
Jamie, can I cast Daze? Wait, do I even have it?
Yeah, what does this do?
So Daze, I do have it prepared. So
Yeah, hang on, Chris. If Daze is a touch attack and you have to touch him,
no, it's
I don't
close
know if it
range.
is. Okay, that's fine. So
Yeah, it's close range. So it's targets a humanoid creature with 4 hit dice or left. They have to make a willpower save, and if they do not make the willpower save, then it clouds their mind so that they take no actions.
Okay, willpower. What's the save he has to hit?
That is a very good question. DC is 12.
Okay, so he passes.
Okay.
can I
So he
put
feels
an arrow into the ground between his feet, just as a more visceral warning than just.
Yeah, so he gazes down at the arrow and laughs and says, "Such meager threats."
Okay, Morden, this man is very, very
I'm-
infectious. You may want to deal with him quickly before he touches.
I'm gonna vanish. Can I use my key point to vanish?
So, Mordrin, I'll give you one action to do before he closes in with you. And he looks, I mean, you're a trained duelist.
Mhm.
You know when someone's trying to lunge at someone else.
Yeah.
He looks as if he's about to
Wow.
lunge at you.
Okay. Oh.
Am I in range?
Yeah, you can be as close or as far away as you like. We haven't established where you are yet.
Tricky. What shall I do with my one action? I will cast Vanish.
I was gonna
my
hit
one memorization of Vanish, so I will expend that for the day. So I disappear for 2 rounds.
For 2 rounds.
Yeah, I'm invisible
So-
for 2 rounds.
He looks bewildered now you've disappeared, and looks around for a second, then wanders back towards a crowd. Again chanting, "The eye of Grotus has turned from the boneyard to look upon Corvosa." Blah 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 blah.
Okay, all we've done there is sent him to infect
Yes.
people in the crowd.
We need to fucking stop him now. I'm going to.
I'm going. Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll charge him.
Yeah, I'm not
Wanna
touching
charge
him.
him?
I wouldn't. Well, we have to knock him out, right?
I'm
So
charging
we can't kill him, I suppose, because he hasn't done anything really wrong yet. And the
him.
if
people
he's
will
Threatened
take that.
everyone
If he's
with disease.
intent
Come on.
if he's intent on spreading a fatal disease, then that's
Yeah,
a hell of a threat.
Yeah.
I must
Actually,
protect
we
the
should do him by
people,
range. So
no matter how much they hate me.
Can I
Yes.
take out my shurikens?
Can indeed.
And throw
And
them
I
into
can-
a crowd.
No, I can throw it at him, right?
You can throw him at him. Roll it up for me.
Yeah. So, because will he be flat-footed? Why? Because or not?
He will be flat-footed. He hasn't acted in combat.
Okay, so I will throw a range attack here, with a masterwork. So give me a second. Let me just do something.
Hold on. I'm just gonna move this onto a map so I can actually do
Yeah,
combat.
sure.
So, Mordrin,
fuck.
you are invisible. We'll
Okay,
say
let me just. I have to add. I didn't add shurikens yet. Let me
Boop.
just add shurikens. My thing.
boop.
You got time.
He sort of turned away and started walking away from Neil. He's gotten about to here.
Sure.
1d4 shurikens. What times? Let me just have a look at that. Shuriken. Give me 2 seconds, please.
Mhm.
Shuriken. Path,
Can you
times-
remind me, Jamie, because I don't remember. I know with melee weapons you can always like choose to do non-lethal damage, right? Because you can like aim for non-critical areas and like hit them with the side of the blade
I
and all
can't
of that
remember if that's
stuff.
just for bludgeoning weapons
Is
or
it?
not.
I was gonna ask whether you can do it with ranged weapons, but I don't know whether it like only applies to specific
Let me
weapon
read the
subtypes.
non-lethal damage rules.
It's only a 20 times 2. Okay, critical mode 20 times 2. And 6.
Dave, do you remember how these work, the non-lethal rules?
-4 to hit.
-4 to hit, thank you.
That's it. Everything else then is applied as non-lethal damage.
And does it apply on?
Certain-
You can apply it on anything, can you?
It depends. If it's a specific type of weapon, like a sap, and maybe the cestus, they might not get them. I know the sap doesn't get the -4 to hit. Not sure about the cestus.
Let's have a look.
That's fine.
Oh, 1 second, don't do that one. It's not the right one. It's not +10 range.
Non-lethal damage. Certain attacks deal non-lethal damage. Other effects such as heat or being exhausted deal non-lethal damage. Non-lethal damage with weapons that cause lethal damage. You can use a melee weapon that deals lethal damage to deal non-lethal damage instead, but you take -4 penalty on your attack roll. Okay, so you can't choose to do it with ranged, but you
You have
can
to have
do it.
specific throwing things. Like you have a Singham,
Yeah, you have to have a weapon that does non-lethal damage. Right?
SINGHA.
I have a cestus equipped, but I don't really want to get into melee range of him, right? So okay.
So yeah, that shuriken hits Tenzin. Do I roll damage?
Yes, 1 second.
Well, he dead.
Let's see. This is the damage. I've just done the damage now. Okay.
Yep.
So I will need to check. Wait there. Does that show damage?
It does 7 damage.
1
does.
7.
7
And I'll
damage
come-
total. So yeah, your shuriken flies from your hand and strikes him in the back of the neck. He starts bleeding profusely and turns around to look at you.
Can I throw my second shuriken?
Yeah, you can after we roll initiative.
But okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
That was called a surprise round, Tenzin.
Yes. Yes.
Nobody else did anything, did they? So it was just Tens attacking from.
Just Tenzin.
Do you want the rest of us to roll initiative, Jamie, or just him?
Just Tenzin will be the one in combat. Mordrin's still invisible, so.
But my invisibility is round based, so
Well, it's one, we'll say it's 1 round. I'll be
Okay.
generous. So where's the turn timer thing again?
26. My plus 10 initiative is working well for this.
26. Yeah, you're first in initiative. So what do you want to do?
I will throw my other shuriken at him. So he's still flat-footed, right? Because he hasn't acted yet.
Yeah, he hasn't acted yet.
So I will throw my shuriken because I can do it twice.
Nice.
2
Oh, nice.
plus 1. 3 damage for the first one.
You crit.
Yep, you kill him.
Yeah.
Second shuriken goes flying and slices the other side of the neck. Blood gushes forth and he drops to the ground.
How are the crowd reacting to that, Jamie?
They are going absolutely mental.
Let's say he was infected. He had the, what do you call it?
Filth fever.
Filth fever, and he was attacking you. It was the only way.
Give us a diplomacy roll.
Oh, Tenzin.
I got good diplomacy.
Well, I'll say it's good enough. Be generous.
You don't want us to murder 30 level 1 civilians in the streets?
Don't want to have to make a map for it. To be honest. Yeah. So you convince the crowd that this man was deathly sick and was spreading his infections amongst all of you. However, you have just left his blood body in the open street.
Does the disease pass? Like, does it require a living body, or is his blood, his body still?
Be enough to make anybody sick.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Can I, without touching him, do like a detect magic to see if there's anything on him that is magical or could have magically caused this, or whether it's literally like I wouldn't be able to tell whether he's received the disease from natural causes. I just want to see if there's any magical influence to him, seeing as he came staggering out at me specifically and called me by name and delivered what sounded like a prophecy.
Yeah, he doesn't emanate any signs of magic from his body.
Okay.
All you see on him is just these tattered grey robes that he was wearing.
And can I question the crowd a bit? Does anybody here recognise this man?
Sort of just stony face as they're staring at this, violently murdered man.
Who's
Yeah, I
the
know.
person you're talking of?
Pardon?
He said a name.
Grotus.
Grotus.
Yeah, Grotus. Give us a knowledge religion to anyone that has it.
Okay, one sec.
Tenzin
Oh,
probably
nice.
knows who this is. Yeah, well done. Grotus is the god of the end times. What would you like to know about him, Dave? I'll just give you a brief overview, or
Yeah.
he's not commonly worshipped. In fact, very rarely worshipped. His main lore is I'm reading up on it because I don't actually know too much myself. So he has plenty of cultists, and they all have different theories about how their god will manifest in the end time, what his ultimate role will be. But basically, it has something to do with Pharasma, but I can't remember. The wiki actually doesn't have it on it.
Okay. So if we huddle up for a second, band meeting, guys, band meeting. It seems like from what you guys have mentioned, this disease is most common in areas where there is a large undead presence. Is that right, Arameus?
Yes, and like giant flies, rats,
And
and Ottomans spread the disease.
And the Grey Quarter is not too far south of us, which is where the largest undead presence in the city is, I believe. And this guy seems to be a cultist prophesying the end of the world. And he mentioned, was it specifically me he mentioned, Jamie? I know he was staggering towards me, pointing. But, right, okay.
I wonder if the king died of this illness.
He seems to believe that we have something to do with this, or our group has something to do with this.
Dave, as a paladin,
Yeah.
and Menlara as a healer, you would think that a king should have very easy access to something like
Give magic.
cure disease,
Yeah.
which is like a common spell. Like
Yeah,
most
this
people
is-
can access it.
This isn't a particularly difficult disease to cure, so the king would easily just be able to have whatever clerics or healers in his employ to remove it if he had this. So yeah, I doubt it's that. It's more likely to be something more immediate that dealt with the king. I would.
So Grotus, the Church of Grotus, has no formal religion or church. His faithful are made up of lone madmen prophesizing about the end of everything. Some believe that he may not even know or care that he has followers. Knowing that if his goals are achieved, they will be destroyed along with everything else.
So
lesser
it's
god.
quite common then for followers of this guy just to prophesy the end times at the drop of a hat.
Definitely.
Right,
That-
okay.
That is their jam.
Okay, so not like a super cause for concern. Okay, maybe we should just ignore this decaying wreck then and
We should probably do
But-
something about the body.
Although,
we burn it.
why?
Because he
What? Look at all this blood. How are we going to deal with this?
better a crazy dead man than innocent dead children.
An innocent dead child starts drinking the blood off the street.
Well, you
Says
almost
that.
caused a riot.
Yeah.
So thirsty.
If, say, a fly flew on the blood and then it flew on another person, could this
Poor fly. Sorry.
could this transmit the disease?
I think we're being overly complicated. Flies.
As much as it pains me to agree with Tenzin, yeah.
We should deal with the body, prevent it from contamination as quickly as possible, and then carry on trying to
Yeah. Hold on.
uncover.
What's
You
this
killed
we?
him.
You caused this. You deal with it.
The healers inside will have a way
Yes.
to deal with it. Let's.
The body needs to be burned.
We
Roll
can
the
hand
report
this
to
off
that.
to the healers inside. There is absolutely no need for us to burn a corpse in front of a crowd who've just watched us murder a man.
Murder a man, then clean up the ashes.
Murder a man, shovel his blood on top of him, and then set him on fire while going. No, it's the best way. Trust us, guys. we should hand this matter over to the healers in the temple.
We didn't murder him. He was gonna attack.
You did murder him.
It's not true.
Just because someone was going to do something doesn't mean you didn't murder them.
That is
When you threw shurikens at them from invisibility.
I wasn't invisible. I was just from behind him. He didn't know it was happening.
Didn't you use your rogue trick
Yeah,
to
that's
vanish?
semantics, really.
No, I wanted to, but we had already had to get the stuff done. I don't think
Anyway.
I used it right. So
I didn't hear it. so-
Anyway,
No.
we should hand this matter over to the healers in the temple that we are standing in front of.
I'll say that one of Father Dithery's subordinates comes forward and sort of says that he'll deal with it. He'll send someone out in a minute.
Thank
Could
you
have
for
a
taking
zombie.
care of this unfortunate matter.
we're gonna
Ground.
resolve the infestation.
You're welcome
right
for
now.
taking care. We are happy to take care of this unfortunate matter.
I trust there is no need to involve the guards. Wink, wink.
If there are any guards left, wink. wink.
Splendid, we understand each other. I clap the man on the shoulder and stride off before we accidentally murder anybody else. In front of 30 witnesses.
Nice.
So where should we head? Band team? Where to? Did you wanted to check out the garrison, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yes.
I think we only
Fine.
we only really have two lead. Well,
We go to
potentially
Garrison,
three
or we go to
leads,
Castle.
right? As far as I can see, this is all obviously a little bit out of character, but the garrison, we can go to the garrison, figure out what's going on with the guards, why they're not helping the city. We could go to the castle and find out what the fuck's going on at the castle, with the king being moided. Or we could go to the Grey Quarter, which is a bit of a fucking loose
well,
end.
We
But
have a brooch that might get us into the castle more easily than normal.
yeah, but if
We can then be nosy when we're inside there.
my issue with that is we'd have to walk up to a pretty heavily guarded castle the day after the king was murdered and start waving a stolen brooch
What?
and saying "let us in."
If there's a new, with there being a new ruler, the guards may want to ingratiate themselves to her.
Mm.
So
Yeah, possible.
being the guard that let us in, maybe might be something.
Yeah, so
Maybe
really
they will
one
be
of
happy.
two things. What do you guys want to do? Arameus?
I think we should check the. Sorry, go on.
Guardhouse isn't far from here.
Yep, that's true.
No, but I do feel like it will be empty, but it's not far, so let's go.
Okay,
Okay,
sounds like we're headed to the guardhouse then.
so as you're walking down to the guardhouse, you notice the crowds get thicker and thicker and thicker, and eventually you arrive at the front of the guardhouse, and there's a line of men forming a sort of shield wall, swords out. There's a couple of dead bodies at their feet as well, with sort of clubs in hand. People shouting, why don't you do anything? My home is burning. Loads of that.
Okay.
Things seem to be under control here.
Does anyone look like they're in charge?
No one in particular at the front.
Is there is it just a line of people outside, like a shuttered gate, or is it like two opposing lines?
Yeah,
of
there's like
people?
oh god.
Like, are there
terrible
guards
words to
visible, or is it like
Um,
a fortress sealed up with nobody?
Yeah, there's like a portcullis that's down,
Okay.
and the men are sort of standing outside that, sort of protecting the walls. As you're just approaching, a group of guards carrying some other injured guards are sort of barreling their way through the crowd and hitting people with clubs as they try and wade through.
Okay. There's not, like, as I assess their approach, there's not going to be a way to stop and talk to those guards, is there? They're just knocking people out of their way and headed straight for where
They
they're
are
just
going.
gonna
knocking
club.
people out with impunity.
Okay.
Um,
Where? Which direction are they coming from?
they're coming from this direction.
Huh.
Should we leave the guards here, or do you think we can defuse the
I think
situation?
I think we should head in that direction where they came from.
I think the guards have this covered.
Do you not feel
Um,
like giving a speech to
as you
this
say
crowd,
that-
Aramis?
One man tries to rally the crowd and charges forward with a club, only to get struck down almost instantaneously by several slashes from the guards.
David, maybe you can try your diplomacy to calm the people.
I think we
Is it a
should.
bad idea?
I think we should leave this situation.
For the guards.
The crowd is definitely not happy about this.
I
shout
don't
at
think
the guards.
either side of this argument can be talked down.
I shout to the guards.
Oh.
Oh no.
Why have you struck this innocent man down? Why don't you do your jobs?
So people next to you, like the mob,
Oh,
start like
God.
here sort of thing, and sort of. Then they turn and look at you and see a dressed noble, and they're really fucking confused. The guards just don't take you on at all. Your voice is one of literally hundreds outside of here.
Oh yeah, I really think we should be heading away from here. This situation seems volatile.
Yeah.
Is the man okay?
He's
No.
dead.
The dead man? Yeah, he's
Is he
fine.
dead?
You can't even see him. He hasn't gotten up. So many people in the way.
He attacked the guards, David, and they cut him down. He's not okay. Okay.
It's a
I
pretty
agree.
good look into the future of what will happen if you try and talk through the crowd.
You pull out your
think
horror
this-
cards. and it
I don't
says,
want to be caught between a
"Probably
rock and a hard
dead."
place. I don't want to be
Yes,
caught between angry
Both these
peasants and angry
parties
guards.
are angry and innocent.
Let's find out what happened
I-
to this guard and see if we can diffuse the problem retroactively by finding out what is causing this issue with the guards coming back injured. Let's go back, head towards this place here.
Yes. I say a little prayer for the man.
Do you think, Aramis, we could maybe cover your beautiful
Trap.
clothing with perhaps like a robe or something? Something a little less noble. Maybe we could
I
rub some
do-
dung into your
Whatever
hair
you
or
need.
something.
As he turns around and his armor sort of glistens in the sunlight.
Well, I do own. Oh, I don't own any other clothes.
I would just to point out to you that both Menelara and myself are elves, and we are drawing
Yes.
less attention and wrath than you.
But if I took off my armor, my my pecs and abs would just intimidate.
I'm a golden god.
Can we just
Plus,
smear some...
I'm oiled from head to toe.
Jamie,
Yes.
I've got a disguise kit, and I've got a disguise rank. So can I do something with his to not make him look so fucking wealthy? without-
I-
sure.
I will not take that. I will just try and stay a bit more quiet, okay? Let's go.
And he strides off, cape fluttering in the wind, brow pointed ever
You
forwards.
don't want me to make a quick disguise thing? Just
No,
to...
let's just follow our figurehead.
Yes.
Let's go.
Feet
Let's
wet
go.
with
Let's
the
go.
spit.
Follow Mr. Paladin.
Yeah, like, I follow, but I'm not walking next to him anymore. I'm going to be walking like 30, 40 feet back.
I'm gonna move. Can I move ahead of the group and just kind of be a little bit more stealthy as we approach here? So from here, which way are we gonna go, guys?
I mean, it's broad daylight and like packed
Ah,
streets.
okay. Sorry. Yeah. All right. No worries.
How are you attempting to move stealthily?
No, nothing. Something like over here as we approach. Not in general, but
Can
You said
anyone
they were coming
track
from
where
here, right?
these guards came from?
yes, they came from.
Track.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
don't just repeat what Jamie said, Tens. Jesus.
You can sort of pick a path. So yeah, you find like sort of the rough direction that they came from.
How
but
busy are the streets, Jamie? Are they thronging? or
Very busy. Here.
very, yeah.
Throbbing.
And are people headed? Are we like moving against the crowd, or are they headed towards the guardhouse, or are they just
Moving
milling?
against the crowd now. Like
Okay.
they're all moving towards the guardhouse
Right. Okay.
in this area.
Cool.
Well, that leaves us with one place, I guess. The castle.
Yeah, that seems likely. Is there any sign of any more guards? I presume
no,
not,
no
because
guards,
it's
like,
been
in
quite-
The crowd.
Yeah. Okay.
The ones that brought in the guard have finished their duty and they're now sort of forming the rest of the sort
Yeah.
of shield wall. Yeah, so-
Can we pass through this area? So are we gonna go like down here?
Yeah, so
down
what way are
here.
you going? Are you going sort of draw a line?
1 second.
You can just draw it like this, Tens, right?
Yeah, the main road.
Or we could go through like that.
Like this?
I'd say the main
Yeah.
road. Yeah, down, south, west, north.
Southwest
Yeah,
north.
west.
No, a bit more west.
Sticking to
What-
the main road, you don't come across too much unusual. A couple of scorched buildings along the way. More people sort of head towards the guardhouse. Lots of people with like clubs and sort of small knives out. Till run into the scene. Ta-da!
Oh ho!
So you
Oh,
hear
is it-
shouting and jeering from these group of people, and you see a well-dressed man pinned up against the wall.
Is it David?
No.
It's not David.
Can I get rid of that purple line, Jamie?
Yeah, select it
Yeah.
with your left
Select it with
clicky
your
thing.
mouse and delete it.
Ah, okay.
Which one's the well-dressed man? The one in white.
Yeah, the one in white.
Okay.
I only have
Do I-
one token for peasants, so.
Can I recognise him?
Give us some knowledge and ability. This would be a
Yeah.
very difficult roll. Fuck. Yeah, you do recognize him. His name is Gelanto. And he's from the house Gelanto, who made their money in
Ice cream.
ice cream.
I'm from
They
the House of
own a number
Gelato.
of the piers. They own like a number of the piers in Corvosa.
Jamie?
Yes.
Can I start while we see this event? Am I able to go stealthily in the shadows here or not?
Um,
Because they're not paying
Sure.
attention to me, right?
yeah, they're not paying attention to you anyway. Just
It's just all going to be stealth
they're all-
checks,
all
right,
eyes are
Tens?
fixed
It's,
here.
Can we hear what they're saying?
Yeah, you can.
yeah, how's the mood in the crowd? I presume
the mood is
hostile.
Definitely hostile.
Yeah.
But are they giving any clues as to why? Because he's noble, yes.
So the woman in the crowd says, "I bet you never worked an honest day's wage in your life, eh?" Queen's men. My brother had his arm crushed by a barrel in the docks when he was younger than you. Never raise a mug of ale with that wrist again. Wanna know what it feels like? Very gruffle talk.
Quick aside to the group. What do we want to do here, guys?
We should defuse the situation. but
One of the men starts stepping up and he raises like a club to strike Jamin. Amin Gelanto.
Might wanna-
Gelanto.
Can I already
that
start
you?
moving forward, Jamie, with
What'd you
stealth?
say there, Dave?
I said, I was saying to Arameus, if he's going to do something, he better do it quickly.
Mm.
Gelanto. Is that you?
He's definitely not paying attention to you amongst his group.
You
And
might want to make
down
some
comes
noise.
the club and smack on his wrist as Amin, with now his left hand, draws a rapier.
Okay. I draw my weapon and start stepping forward.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
Am I already? I wanted to stealth before, but it's okay.
You are stealth.
It's not a.
Did you roll stealth?
No, not yet. I was
Roll
waiting
it.
to.
It's not like an action, right? You don't go into stealth mode. You make stealth
Yeah, but-
checks, right? That's my understanding, anyway. What is my initiative? So I
I
make sure I
thought someone
select
rolled.
myself. 20 plus 6.
Yeah, I don't see.
Nice! Check me
Malara
out,
on
guys.
Alright.
Whoa, 11. I rolled a 1.
Me too.
It's okay.
Why did your initiative roll twice, Turns?
I didn't. I rolled once.
Nope, it rolled
Oh
twice.
shit! Then. Oh, sorry, it was accident. I must double clicked it. So
Huh.
I clicked it.
So you got an 18.
No, he got an 11. It's the last one he rolled, right?
Up to Jimmy.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I'm rolling all these fucking guys. Initiative. Amin's as well.
I wish there was a better way of keeping track of your used spells and
Jamie, I rolled my
PC
initiative
Gen.
twice, so you can decide which one to take, the first one or the second one.
The first one.
It's 18.
That's fine. Why'd you roll twice?
Accidentally double clicked.
Yeah, always take the first one better. It's fine.
Alright.
Has how much to
I didn't want to
Does
take the
everyone
better
put
one.
their initiatives in?
No, yeah, I'll do it now.
Dave
Yeah, I
hasn't.
did.
Yours is still 0,
Alright.
David.
What's your initiative?
Oh, I
18?
click. Yeah,
No,
I
it's
click-
18. Says
It shows up for me. 18. There's 2 of me.
There is.
There is.
The fuck?
Jimmy,
Maybe
you
I
can.
think because I selected you all and added.
Yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah,
probably
okay.
why. I clicked on my thing, rolled, initiative.
Okay. Alright, so Menelara, you're first.
Who's that peasant on next initiative?
He is.
If you hover over him, in the
Oh, yeah,
if you hover over
okay.
the turn order, it lights him up.
It
Yeah,
does
yeah, I see.
work for-
I see it. Yeah.
We're gonna right. I take it now. We're dealing with this crowd lethally.
Hmm.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be any other way, right? There's like
Okay, well
15 of them. We're
in
not
that
going to be able
case-
to non-lethally.
Move action to study, and then attack the that guy there that I'm pinging.
Mhm.
So this will have +1 to hitness.
It's a hit.
Nice.
And +1 to damage because of study target, so it's 10.
Nice. He is dead. An arrow sinks into his eye and he drops to the ground. Right. Olo, what are you doing?
Okay. I will do a. Is this going to be because it's going to be a flat-footed, right? Who's acting next? Who's number? The lady's 16. Should we
They're
kill the
all
lady?
flat-footed. None of them act.
Yeah. I will probably hit this peasant because I don't want to hit the woman. Number 15 first. Who's initiative on 15?
How very modern of you, Tenzin.
I know, right? It's my. I'm not hitting a lady.
Or you hit with.
I'm hitting with my shuriken.
Isn't the lady the only one who's taken a hostile action?
Tenzin, if you throw a shuriken that distance, you're going to take huge penalties.
Really?
Yeah, shuriken have a very short range.
Okay. I can. What's penalty do I get?
I think it's -2 for every 10 feet past the first 10 foot.
Yeah.
You'd want to check that to be sure for shuriken, but they're
No,
short.
you're correct. It's 10 feet. So, 10 foot.
10 foot only is the range of a shuriken.
Yeah, they're not a
It's not a
distance
fucking
weapon,
longbow, is
Tenzin.
it? Come on.
That's true.
They're not even designed to be weapons. They're designed to be a distraction.
That's true.
So you take -10 if you let him.
If I go
That's right.
30, can I go 35 foot and then do an attack, Jamie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what's your movement?
30 actually.
Then no.
You can move
No, shit. I could do a 30 here and then throw a shuriken, right?
Yes.
One shuriken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move there. 1 second. I will move myself.
Oh shit! I never used my birdie. Oh well, it's my own stupid fault.
And I will throw my shuriken at him, Jamie. Do I get a free action afterwards as well?
Would
Oh,
you get a
yeah.
free action?
Swift action, so I can go invisible, right?
If you have any swift things that you can do with a swift action,
Yes.
then yes.
And
Go
then,
ban-
do you know what? You actually, it's better off you learn by your mistakes. Never mind.
Okay, because my aim is to do a range attack here, shuriken attack.
Mhm.
With the backstab.
Who are you attacking?
This first guy here. I'm nearest to.
Okay.
That was my
So
attack.
that's a hit, and you murder him. A shuriken goes swiftly into his neck, and he just collapses on the ground.
Okay, and as a swift action, can I vanish?
You can.
Okay, I will vanish as a swift action.
Okay, so poof. Olo disappears from in front of your eyes. Who's next? Arameus, what are you doing?
I can run, right?
Yeah, you can take a double move.
20. Run times 4, it says. What does that mean?
You
18.
can't. It depends on your armor. You'd be run. The most you could run is by 3 if you're wearing medium or heavier. You can charge, however, if you wanted to charge.
Yeah, but that's only 40 distance.
Oh, no, you move 60.
My
oh, no,
movement,
sorry,
my
you
speed
got-
is
you got
20.
medium armor. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you can charge 40 and still have a range. Your range weapon. Can he attack?
You can't
but-
charge 40 and do a
Charge is
ranged
a full
attack.
round action.
No.
But on this sheet it says run times 4.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't because you're wearing medium armor, so it's run times 3 is the most you could do.
And remember, you take penalties when you stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll lose. Well, I guess it won't matter all that much to you.
Your dex is pretty crap anyway, is it?
Actually, you can charge that guy. You have a reach weapon.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot he has a reach weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Sure then.
Okay. So roll your normal attack and then add 2 for charge.
So they hit that guy on the arm with a club, right?
Yes, yeah, you did.
And then we killed 4 of them.
Yeah.
We don't know if this.
Well,
guy's
don't forget this is combat,
slave
right? So
leader.
this is.
So they all. Yeah, I guess so. So I just roll my weapon, yeah?
What are you doing? You got to decide what you're doing.
So roll
Charge.
your,
I'm charging.
so move to that square.
Yeah.
And then roll your normal attack +2, and then you take a -2 penalty in your AC as well.
So 14, right, is the attack.
That hits him, and your Bardiche slashes him down, cutting him in twain. Boop.
Ouch.
The old woman turns around and shrieks, "Murder! Murder!" And that's all she's going to do. This guy, seeing how you swiftly dispatched so many people, will bail. He will run and get off screen. He bails. Amin will, his jaw is dropped. He's just clutching his rapier to his chest, staring at you. And all these guys run. Boop. Boop.
Damn.
Boop. Morgan, what are you doing?
Haha! Well, I'm fucking miles away. What am I? 60? Oh, that's 65. 60 feet away. So if I move 30, Yeah, she's 60 feet, right? And the range on days is 30, so I'll move 30 and then cast days.
Okay.
So where did 30 get me to? Yeah.
It was a DC 12, right?
Yeah, DC 12 will save.
Oh, she just passes.
Okay, cool. That's the end of my turn.
And Menelara and Alrus, what are you doing?
Two left. Is the woman? No, the woman. Did she have the club? The woman, or was it somebody else?
It was this guy here that had the club.
Okay, right. So he's the. Okay, grand. I think we could probably let them go, guys. At this stage, there's no need to keep killing them.
These two didn't run
No.
though, right?
Yeah, but that.
No, they haven't
doesn't
taken their
mean-
turn yet, right? Oh no, they.
They did.
Oh,
They did.
you're
I
right.
missed this guy. He would have ran.
Okay,
actually.
but the woman didn't run specifically, right?
No,
She
the
was-
woman just screamed murder at you.
Mhm.
So Alris is going to fly and land there.
Mhm.
He is going to claw at her, or maybe bite actually.
Okay. As a hit, but does not kill her.
It's fine. I didn't actually want to. I want to just kind of make her think about what she's doing. And then I'm gonna move. I'm gonna double move actually, so you can just skip me now, Jimmy. Go to the next person. I'll just move my.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think at this point combat's over.
Yeah, unless like Tens or Dave, you want to specifically kill this woman.
No.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so she just.
So
starts
situation diffused. Da-da-da-da-da-da. How many lives did we take? Just 3.
sobbing. My boys. Just
You're a poor
sobbing
mother.
uncontrollably.
Be grateful
This is
you've
the
got any
repercussions
children
of
left,
taking the law into your own hands.
as we took the law into our own hands.
We
So
were
I just-
saving someone.
I'll
They
just
drew their club and they were attacking the guy.
walk to the nobleman and say, "Are you okay, sir? What are you
Jesus,
doing in this
completely
area? It's not safe."
I was trying to check on the piers and see if everything's okay, but and he vomits into like a bush to his side.
We should get you
How
back to
is
your
your
home.
arm, Al Gelado?
He looks at you and sorry, do I know you?
You do not.
But I know you.
May know my uncle. He's on the estate of Vanquis.
Of course, one of the Vanquishes. A pleasure. And then he vomits again into the bushes.
Are you okay, my man?
That's it. Get it all out. You'll feel better.
We should talk to the woman. No.
I'm sorry, I'm just not made for this sort of thing. Yeah. I suppose you should be rewarded. And he plucks a ring off of his finger and passes it to Arameus. It is a...
Why, thank you. Sometimes these peasants,
Oh, are you about to show your true colors?
they just, it seems like they are jealous and they take it out on noble people for no reason.
He just stares at you.
We should see him safely back to his estate. If we leave
yes,
him in
of
the
course.
streets,
Um,
he'll get captured again.
So this ring he passes to you is a very thick golden ring. Has the Gelanto sort of signet at the front. It's got 2 little rubies on the side. It's very pretty.
Nice.
Has anyone got a praise? I should just tell you how much it's worth. I don't actually. Right, it is worth 250 gold pieces.
Nice.
And says, I think I'll be fine from here on. And he sort of
Thank you.
walks the way that you guys came.
It is a shame we had to kill.
End of sentence.
His like eyes are like wide open as he like passes over one of the dead bodies, like sort of tiptoes over one of them.
So, just as a little aside, Dave, how is this sitting with you, our paladin, that we came across a noble, and obviously the guy was being attacked,
Well,
but our response was to just murder 3 people in the street.
it is justice.
Cool.
They were battering this man.
Okay. No, I'm just trying to get like an understanding of like how your character justifies like combat and things like that to themselves. So in this situation, right, because it
Well,
was
if there's-
because you felt justified doing it, it was okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
If they're battering some guy,
A noble
and
guy.
I think they might probably kill him,
Yeah.
then
So
I
you're
must
happy
save
to take the lives of people in defense of others, basically.
I must save the man.
Okay.
As long as it's at least a 3-to-1 ratio. Because obviously noble lives are worth far more than peasant lives. So
As long as the odds are overwhelming, I must act.
Surely it is against the law to threaten a noble and
it's against the law
batter
to
him.
threaten anybody, I would imagine.
and batter him. They struck first.
Yeah, I
Well,
think.
No.
Actually,
proof of that
Jamie, how are
whatsoever.
the laws in this land? I presume are because I've been here for a long time, right? Like 15
Yeah.
years. My knowledge of the legal system here is it like super skewed towards the nobility?
It's not actually.
Okay.
It's
'Cause I know that's
incredibly
like a-
lawful place.
That's like quite a typical like medieval thing, right? Of like, oh yeah, the nobility, the laws are for them, you know, and like.
I mean, they are to an extent because there is a monarch who's the sort of supreme ruler, and the nobles obviously get away with a lot,
Yeah,
because of money.
because money. Yeah.
But stuff like this, you're gonna want to keep this in the down low.
Yeah.
You don't think people would be too happy about what you've done here.
Yeah, and the riots hopefully will help that. So yeah, I guess I will then fill in Aramaeus because he's quite a recent arrival to Corvosa. So Aramaeus, the laws here are less. What's the word I'm looking for? Less.
Biased, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Right. They're less in favour of the nobility here. They're not so weighted towards the nobility. Like actions such as what we've just taken would have very real consequences, regardless of your lineage.
What would you have had me do when they struck first?
I'm not trying to change your mind on anything here. I'm just saying we should be cautious, as actions like this will or could jeopardise our ability to operate within the city, or perhaps lead to our own arrest. The city is very lawful, and they do not care who you are. They will follow the law regardless.
I
I-
think there's no witnesses.
Yeah,
Right?
if a crime is proven against you, regardless of the source of the witnesses, and regardless of who you are, the government, at least the old government under the king, we don't know obviously yet with the queen, but in general the government here will see you punished regardless of your station.
Well, I do try to
You cut that man in half.
abide by the law, but
You cut him in half. You could have punched him.
we could have.
You didn't need to hit him with a bardiche.
We would have watched them slay a man today if we had not intervened.
They actually didn't kill him, right? They just hit him in the arm.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah,
maybe
basically
broke his
smacked
arm.
him in the- Yeah, and when he's walking off, his arm seemed fine.
Yeah, like at worst they broke his arm. At best, like they bruised him a bit, and we killed 3 people. Anyway,
Now I'm confused because if that situation comes up again, do I just watch?
So, hang on. Is this Aramaeus asking or Dave?
No,
the
that's
player?
me, Dave.
Okay, so Dave, I would advise you find out what's going on before striking. My character is like just for my own standpoint, if I went first there, I was going to kill one of them anyway, one way or the other.
Yeah, I think it's
Because
like
reason
next
why
to
the survival of the fittest, all that kind of shit. But like, as a paladin, you have no idea if that man was good or bad. You potentially, right? And chances are, because it's a low level encounter, he's probably nobody, right?
Yeah.
But potentially speaking, you just let a drug dealer walk free or something like that.
yeah, but like that's why I was asking him a minute ago, right, about the tenets of like what his belief system is. So he sees a guy being like essentially mugged in the street by 30 guys. He's going to go in regardless, right? That's how his belief and how his faith and how his order, I guess, works.
Iomedes that he worships.
Righteous valor, justice, and honor.
Nothing too honourable about cutting down some peasants, to be honest. But
No, actually,
that's
that
up for
could
you
be.
to justify.
But then
Well,
again, right,
there
you
was
can
way more of them.
like exactly there were like 20 of them. They were bullying a noble. There's riots in the city. You know, there's no time for talking them down. Action has to be taken. Like I
I'm
get
not
all
gonna
of that.
take your paladin powers away if that's what you're worried about.
All I'm saying is we do need to be careful
Yeah.
because it is very easy to go, oh, okay, we've killed 10 people, we've killed 10 people,
Yeah,
and
but
now,
those-
right, we're outlawed and we can't do anything in this city, and if they see us, we're going to be hung.
When in doubt, I may force my enemies to surrender,
Oh, that's
but I am
good.
responsible for their lives. Hmm.
Okay, well, remember that in future.
Anyway,
And we'll
it's
move on.
very difficult, though, for our group to do much non-lethally, right, without, like... less so against peasants, because we're always going to win against peasants, right? But
So, how much damage is a punch?
it's like 1d4?
A
1d4 non-lethal, isn't
gauntlet
it?
is 1d3. It depends. If you're wearing a gauntlet, they're lethal. As in, what are you wearing? Chain? Like it depends on the armor you've bought. So like I think maybe chainmail and breastplates have gauntlets. Some things don't, and then it's non-lethal if it's just.
But there's also like grapples and stuff, right? It's quite difficult to be effective in combat without killing things. So like the situation we're in at the moment is quite difficult because like that could easily have been a much more lethal encounter, right? We just don't know
Especially
going
there's so
into
many
them.
of them.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Um,
If like if
Anyway,
you're
I'm gonna
talking-
grab a drink. Back in a sec.
Alright.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just.
Do you see what I
Yeah.
posted there in the Discord?
Want
That's literally lifted from the Pathfinder fandom website, and that's like out of a book. So out of one of the published books. So I mean, that's pretty much the Paladin Code of Conduct for.
Yeah, I've got that up here. But yeah, I just assumed they. I don't know.
See, like, there's a couple of ways you could look at that, and it's very flexible, right? Because Righteous Battle, that was a 10 against 1 situation until we arrived.
Mhm.
So you like we even the odds. Well, this is only to do with you, really. So you have to even. I mean, first into battle.
I mean, I was there just trying to protect the guy who was being
Yeah,
threatened, and that's what my thoughts were.
yeah. So that's
Well, that's what the
that's fine.
encounter's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be a interesting, potentially moral dilemma.
But I'm just saying, in future, if possible, try and find out more about the person you're rescuing before just because I wouldn't be surprised if this. Okay, speaking from a GM's point of view, this is a game that's to do with cities and rulership and so on. So there's going to be political shit, and it's going to get morally grey, not like Blizzard's morally grey, but properly morally grey. So you might want to just cover your bases before in future.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we up to?
We haven't done much. We were just talking about paladin stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you've ruthlessly slaughtered some rioters.
And of course, sorry, one more thing. And of course, Dave, Jamie will always be a cunt and say shit like that, just to kind of throw a spanner in the works in your head.
Yep.
Okay.
Every
It's his
single
job.
time. Yes, so you've murdered some, loving children, harassed their mother, and what are you up to now?
Right?
I mean, there's an orphanage nearby if you want to ransack that.
Oh, do we have any alchemist fire?
Okay. We need to talk. We need to talk to this woman, right?
Do
What
we?
woman?
The woman that's crying over the body of her son.
I think we should leave her to her grief.
I don't
Hopefully she
think
learnt a
she's
lesson.
in a fucking mood. Yeah, she's just crying.
Okay.
It doesn't take you on if you try to talk to her.
At least she'll probably stop complaining about her son with the broken arm now. Jesus.
Oh god, she's gonna come back to stab.
Careful
Fire.
what you wish for.
She's gonna come back to bite us in the ass. Okay, let's carry on then.
I mean, the alternative is we kill her, right? And then she can't tell anyone. That's me saying this, not my character. I'd kill her, though.
I'll
Okay,
kill
yeah.
her if you
So,
ask me to.
are you moving on?
Yes.
Perfect.
Onwards.
So as you're sort of approaching this area here, the crowd sort of thins out, and the streets become a lot quieter. However, on your walk there, whoever has stayed in the city for a while, so Aldo and Morden,
Yep.
you notice something in the skies above. So Morden especially, you know quite a lot about this. The academy, it makes each of the students in order to pass have to tame an imp.
Yeah, they have to do a summoning ceremony, don't they?
Exactly. However, about half the students that do the ceremony fail it. This means that there's lots of imps that sort of roam the city, and every now and then, the imps and the native house drakes, they're like small. Best way to describe them, you know, like the little proto-drakes in WoW, like the whelps.
Yeah.
They're a lot like that.
Okay.
Just for like description. You'll have seen them buzzing about the place. They're a fairly common, not pest, but sort of native species to
Yeah, they're like
Corvosa.
the pigeons of Corvosa.
Yeah, essentially. Very big, dangerous pigeons.
Mhm. The pelicans of Corvosa.
Yeah, exactly. However, the imps and the house drakes don't get along, and about 3 times a year, they come out and they erupt in fights all across the skies of the city. You've noticed after your encounter with these peasants, these rioters, more of them have emerged, and there's a battle taking place in the skies between house drakes and imps.
Okay, from previous experience, does this usually have, like, a huge impact on the city? Is this something that's, like, damaging to the city, or do people just kind of, like, try and avoid being out in, like, large open spaces and things?
People definitely try and avoid being out in large open
Mhm.
spaces, especially by themselves as well, as the imps will often try and like target people for easy sources of like gold or whatever knickknacks they can find.
Okay,
Imps are relatively intelligent.
cool. Right, so I relay this to the group, and then I'd suggest that we stay close together and keep our eyes peeled for any approaching, especially Manalara. If we could get some aerial cover from Alaris,
Yeah,
That would
Alaris will warn
probably-
you.
although it may be safer for Alaris to
He can
come
stay low.
down or go up incredibly high, one or the other.
Basically, don't want him to be. You don't want him attacked while we can't help.
Yeah,
him.
we don't want him trapped in combat, because
I'll tell him
Yeah,
to stay low.
so
the fights are vicious.
Ari sort of comes out. You have talk with animals, right, Dave?
I can learn it, yeah.
Do you have it? Sorry.
Yeah, I
So,
do.
like, how does that work? Is that spell-like ability, or
No, it's a spell. It's a literal just a spell.
okay? So you have to like cast it to do it, yeah.
Yeah, but I've got like the bond with the animal companion, so while I can't quite speak to him, we can pick up each other's meaning.
Okay. Alris flies down and like sort of perches next to you. He doesn't want to fly, or she. Is that he or she?
It's he.
He doesn't want to fly in these skies just now.
That's fine. He can just swoop from perch to perch and keep up with us.
So as you're passing through, you kind of there's all these arches and sort of like tunnelways underneath buildings. Sort of think like an old medieval sort of city. Lots of like shops sort of built into walls, sort of thing. Undercover. Till reach here. as you come out of one of these sort of
Ooh.
alcoves. That's very pretty, isn't it? It's really
Yeah.
pictured.
Yes.
I wish that Roll20 did like an auto zoom thing to try and like fit the picture in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, it's very awkward.
It's very
especially
difficult when you're
it's
going like
got
between
maps.
multiple layers where you have like different zoom levels and you've got like that little slider. It is pretty, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I quite like these. I picked up a big pack of them a while ago. Anyway, as you're walking along, a group of imps flutter down from above. And roll initiative, please.
As a swift action before rolling initiative, I tap Arameus on the shoulder and say, "No talking to these fuckers."
Do we have our weapons out? Because we were like.
Oh
illegal.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'll see your weapons are out.
Do you want to add us? Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Are you all in initiative, yeah?
I don't
No,
see
add us
myself
first.
in the turn order at all.
Okay,
Jim.
I just have to delete you because I see the doubles of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, 21 from me.
Roll 20 thing. Actually, why can't I not? Oh, it's because I'm a GM. That'll be why.
That's like the first. That's the first solution to any problem. Is I'm on the wrong leg.
Yep.
These are quite good initiatives, actually. Holy shit. Everyone rolled really well. I rolled a 11, but still. Happy. But 21 I've got, Jamie.
You
So
can
wait,
type it
wait.
in yourself, mate. Right?
Oh shit, you're right, fuck.
Because you have control of your token.
Does anybody know anything about imps?
Oh, yeah. Do I know anything about imps, Jamie? Like I've got because this is a time to flex my new knowledge arcana.
It's a shame it's knowledge planes.
Yes, knowledge planes.
Okay. Do I know anything about like the summoning of imps?
I think you've probably seen a couple of these rituals take place. What do we know about summoning imp ceremony?
I doubt that will really help us at all, will it?
Probably not.
But just in case.
But they're either devils or demons.
I know 21 things about summoning imps. Fact me.
Oh fuck. The best guy in the city to do it is Jeff. He's really good at it. Jeff lives down the road from you.
I'll tell Jeff on you, I cry out.
No, just that they're common pest.
Okay.
If you give me knowledge local, that would maybe tell you a little bit more.
So I don't have knowledge local as a trained skill, so is that just knowledge then that I'd roll? So that's just my intelligence, right?
Yeah, because you've lived in the city for a while.
Yeah. So
Okay.
just my intelligence, or do I get an extra bonus?
No, that'll do.
Okay.
Just intelligence.
Oh, I don't know anything about them.
Don't know anything.
I recognise them, they fight a lot in the skies, I'm very familiar with this, and I know a lot about summoning them, but I don't know really what they are.
You got your knowledge check says that they've got wings and they can fly.
So what we found out is that Morden passed his test by stapling wings to a fucking.
Oh
dog.
no, I never attended the academy.
Ah,
Oh fuck! I summoned the dead one. Shit.
If I'd attended the academy, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have had to roll to know about the summoning of imps. But no.
Jamie, just remember if there's a lot of ties there on the list on the turn order.
Oh yeah, Dex first, right?
Well, no,
Yeah, it's
are you doing Dex or are you doing initiative?
I'll do Dex.
Do
Alright,
initiative.
so-
My initiative. Sorry.
Your Dex is good too.
Yeah, it is.
Is it good as an imp though?
You're not tied with
No.
anybody, are you?
Probably not.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, you're tied
Alright.
with that wimp. Okay.
Morden, you're the quickest to react. What do you do?
What do I do? Let's have a quick looky look. 20 feet, nice. Right, so I will move to this imp here and attack him with my rapier.
Okay, do it.
1d20 plus, where's my melee? With my rapier is plus 6. 16.
16 is a miss.
Oh, okay. And that's the end of...
It's
Oh, actually, it's
flat-footed.
flat-footed. Yep.
Ah, nice.
So that is a hit. So roll damage.
Nice.
What was flat-footed?
It hasn't acted in its turn, so it's denied its dex bonus to armor class. And these little fuckers probably have huge decks. So.
5 damage.
So your scimitar goes slicing across
Ah,
it. You
rapier.
definitely Sorry, your rapier goes piercing. However, it doesn't really seem to harm the imp.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Morden is surprised by that.
Alright, so this imp's go.
This is the curse of having played RPGs for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, oh, what a shock!
Oh no! This imp is gonna poof out of existence.
And then you yell, dream coil, dream coil, dream coil.
Yeah, something like that. Boop. Boop. And he's gonna do something. He is gonna pop up. Boop! Here! And
Oh-ho.
make an attack on you.
Okay.
Let's see.
What magic is this?
Oh, wow. Okay, so take 4 damage, and I need a... What is his... Fuck.
All my saves are 4.
Okay.
So I'll just roll 1d20 plus 4.
Bad. Pass.
Alright, so make a DC. Actually, I won't tell you DC. It's not what I'm supposed to do. Yep, roll Fortitude, please.
That was my fortitude save, right?
That's your Fortitude, so
Yeah.
you're fine. So its stinger goes slashing or piercing into you. Stings your back.
Ah!
Ah!
No, more manly than that, Jamie, come on. Ah!
Ooh, that's gonna sting.
It didn't, actually.
Oh,
It specifically didn't sting me.
This one acts first, 22, right? The one in the back.
oh,
No,
dude.
me 23.
Oh no, I meant after you.
Yeah, the one at the back. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Well, I'm going to shoot the ones far away because then you guys don't have to move so much.
Don't forget Alaris this time.
I'm not going to. I'm wary about where to fucking drop him though. I don't
Yeah.
want him to be gangbanged. So point blank shot and move action for study target gives me +2 to hit, +2 damage. And that's on the wall here. So that's a 17 and 6 damage.
So your arrow goes 17, do you say?
17 to hit, 6 damage.
Okay, so your arrow hits him and then bounces off.
Is he not still flat-footed?
He is flat-footed.
Hey.
So it hits him, but the arrow bounces off.
Oh.
Almost as if it did 0 damage.
Oh wow.
Okay, damage reduction 10? Fuck.
What's
How much?
this
Wait, how much
magic?
damage did you did?
6.
6.
No,
Oh, sorry.
6.
So the
Because
arrow
point
does.
blank shot, yeah. So the reason why it's 6, Jamie, is point blank shot within 30 feet. Study target gives me +1 to hit, +1.
That's
That's the
fine,
problem
I
with
believe
macros is...
I don't have a macro set up for it because it can change,
Yeah.
and I'm too lazy.
Why can't- Oh fuck me! Wrong layer again. Right. I'm just gonna stop fucking about with layers. I'll tell you if they're invisible or not. Okay. Next up, the imp that you just shot.
Oh, were you going to do anything with
Well, Alaris,
Alaris?
sorry, Alaris.
Oh yeah, Alaris, yeah.
I know what I'll do.
Mhm.
Move to there, so he's flanking, and let me find the character sheet. That's a 26 roll to hit and 7 damage.
Nice. So Alaris, is that a claw or is that his beak?
Bite.
Bite. So Alaris sinks his beak into the back of the imp's neck, dealing some damage. Okay, next up, the imp. So the imp that you shot, definitely not happy with you, but he sees there's 2 people in his way, and he sees That's acquisition. What does he do? It's intelligence. It's very smart. He's gonna fly over to. Take that path and fly behind Alreese and make an attack. What's his AC?
19.
Oh, that's a miss.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay,
Are
so
we going
Armaeus.
for some kind of fucking demonic conga line here or something?
You're in the wrong place, Dave. You need to be here.
Now I've got range for him. So, yeah.
David? Wouldn't it be better to attack stuff that hasn't attacked first because they're flat-footed at the moment?
He's not wrong.
Because
It will be significantly easier to hit.
yes.
Stop metagaming, you two. Jesus.
Tactics, it's not metagaming.
That is metagaming.
No, it's tactics.
Well, you'd see it as they're not quite ready for combat yet.
Yeah. So just fucking whack them because you know that they don't get a massive dexterity advantage.
It's also teaching the guy who doesn't seem to know a whole lot about the rules how to do the rules.
That's true.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll go here then.
yeah,
And
these
I
bottom
hit-
three have
I
That's
hit
a really
this
nice
one.
spot, actually.
What do you mean,
Yeah,
The
this
bottom
one,
three?
David,
Yeah,
this one
go
hasn't
on.
acted. The one below Chris.
Has this one acted?
No, it hasn't.
I'll go
This
here
one
then,
has.
where I was.
Sorry, no, ignore
This
tension.
one hasn't. All of the ones in the conga line have acted.
Okay, right, yeah, I'll go here and I'll hit this.
Jamie, no, the one below Chris hasn't. Chris went next to it and attacked it. Remember?
Oh yeah, yep. Sorry.
Don't
You're
ignore
correct.
tension.
Well, I'll stay where I am now. I can't
You
bother.
sure you don't want to like reconsider? It's this definitely not metagaming section.
I'll hit this.
While we all try and figure out the exact
Okay,
optimal mood
roll
for you
on
to
me.
take. Move, sorry.
So your
Um,
Bardiche goes whistling past.
Sorry, Jamie, that's actually not an optimal roll. Can we just redo that one?
Actually, I meant to attack this over
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Alright, Olo, what are you doing?
I can move through friendly characters, right? I can move here
Mhm,
for here, and then
That's fine.
do an attack onto this with my one because I'm just gonna use my one attack hand. What do you call it? What is it?
Your one attack hand, yeah.
My one attack hand with my Wakizashi.
I like to picture that each of your hands has a tattoo of a number on it.
Slash
Instead of L and R, you've got 1 and 2.
So when he gets his third attack, he'll grow an extra arm.
Ah, he uses feet.
Were you
Ah.
sneaking?
Yes, no, he's flat-footed. So
He's flat-footed.
7 damage.
7. Okay.
And then
Also,
I will
you're
go,
flanking anyway now.
Yes, I will go invisible. I will vanish.
Okay. So how many key points are you down to?
2. I will do it.
How many key points do you have max?
3. This is my first time I used it.
When do they...
No, you used it in the fight with the
Yeah,
peasants.
you used it in the fight with the
Oh
peasants.
shit, you're right.
So you're
Okay.
down to 1.
Yes.
They reset daily, yeah? Or long rest.
Yeah, long rest.
Yeah, this one's quite important, I think.
Okay. This imp is gonna... Oh, what's he gonna do? And he's gonna close distance with you, Arameus, and attack you.
That's an attack of opportunity, I believe.
Um,
Is it?
Is, yeah.
I have a reach weapon,
yes, because he's moving from a threat square. So
but
it
I
is.
can't. I have a reach weapon.
But you attack him as he's moving.
But the attack
so-
happens when he's here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So roll it.
Yeah, that's why I moved there because I know the rules.
It's actually a really good spot because you're threatening 2 squares.
Yep, that is a hit. That is a good solid hit.
Woof.
However, you notice your Bardiche doesn't quite sink into the imp as much as you'd expect. Moves here, and then he's gonna attack you. What's your AC, Dave?
17.
Okay, so he lashes out his stinger at you, and it just grazes off your armor. You're fine.
Pitiful! And I spit in the imp's face.
So, as a swift action, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why are we doing no damage?
I don't know!
Only
I technically don't know!
Okay,
Perhaps we are cursed!
okay, that's my go.
So this imp is going to take a 5-foot step over here, and he's going to attack you.
Jamie,
I'm just gonna out of character tell Dave why we're not doing much damage?
Jamie. Attack
They have
roll.
damage resistance,
No.
Dave. Or damage
5
reduction.
What?
Okay.
5-foot stepped.
So
Okay, yes, you're right.
I'm not
So
sure
would
what
they
the
have 9 damage reduction?
I'm not sure what the amount is, but they will be reducing some amount of damage.
I will tell you, Dave, that it goes up
It's-
in increments. of
Yeah,
five,
it's most
so-
likely 5.
Okay.
It's 5. What's your AC, Dave?
17 still.
Okay, so take
No.
3 damage and make a fortitude save, please.
Is it any type of damage?
Probably
It
enchantment.
is. No, it's a melee
Stinger,
damage.
so it's probably like
Sting,
piercing.
So it's not acid or anything?
piercing. No, it's not.
Okay.
He does try and poison you.
Did you say, Tenzin, it's probably enchanted damage?
No, I said it's from known weapons. I'll see if my enchanted dagger will go through the
Okay.
resistance next turn.
I've taken my 3 damage.
Okay, and make a fortitude save, please.
Okay.
What'd you get?
15.
15? You're fine. Next imp. Where is he gonna go? I think he's gonna go for you, Manalara. Fly at you and boop. What's your AC?
18.
He misses completely.
Jamie, I just realised something.
Yes.
This imp that moved,
Yep.
5 foot.
both
step.
me and Did he 5-foot step? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Alright.
5 feet.
Sorry, I was going to say, damn.
Yeah.
Alright, Morgan, what are you doing?
What aren't I doing?
Hmm.
Let's
Nice.
see.
Jamie, didn't
Yes.
this imp also do a 5-foot step, or did it do a 10-foot step?
No, he forgot to do it.
He was too far away, I think.
I don't know.
I
He
am
wasn't.
going
He
to.
wasn't planning for us to do it.
I am going to full round attack this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And it's flanking, right?
That has no benefit to me.
+2 to hit.
Is it +2 to hit? Oh, nice.
Some benefit there.
That's why the Congo line happened in the first place.
Yeah.
That is
Everyone trying to get those bonuses.
that is somewhat
Reminds me
useful
of the
then.
mask.
So bear with me for just a moment. I need to remind myself what my fucking
I understood that reference, Dave.
Yeah.
modifier is.
This is
So I want to. Okay, so what's my intelligence? My intelligence bonus is +2. All right. So what I want to do then is I'm going to roll. So I take a negative to my attack. All right. And then I'm going to take a further negative to my attack to increase my concentration on my casting defensive thing. So I will. So I would have. So it would be +6 and then +2. Yeah.
Okay.
But I lose the +2 because I'm doing full round attack. So I lose +2 off of my attack. And then I'm going to lose a further +2, so I'll only roll with a +4. So it's 1d20 +4. So that's my attack, which I imagine will not hit.
It does not help.
But then my spell cast gets a. I need to do a concentration check for the spell cast, which is d20. So 1d20 plus my level, which is now 2, plus my intelligence modifier, which is 2, plus 2 for the sacrifice that I took off my roll to hit.
Okay.
And the DC is 15 plus 2, so 17. Ah, fuck me. Okay.
Boom.
So, does that means that the spell just doesn't cast, right?
Spell fizzles out.
Okay, so I lose the cast of the spell.
I
So-
believe so. I think you lose a spell slot.
Okay, cool. Then that's the end of my turn.
Forever.
Yeah, forever.
Until you rest.
You happen to know off the top of your head, would you, Dave?
For what, sorry?
fail a concentration. on
Spell's
your spell.
gone.
Spell's gone. Yeah,
Mhm.
spell's
Bye bye, spell.
Yeah, well, it's up to you guys now, because that's the end of my turn and I did nothing. Enjoy!
Alright, so the imp is gonna turn around instead of facing you more.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Alris.
Fucking... Oh.
What's AC again, Dave?
19.
17. Oh, which?
19.
But my birdie is 19. If you're talking to David the Paladin, then that's it.
Alright, so take 4 damage on Birdie, and I need a Fortitude.
We're going to die here.
Nail the Fortitude.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Minilara, what are you doing?
Oh shit, sorry Jamie, I meant to 5 foot step backwards as well at the end of my...
That's fine.
So I just like that.
5 foot step away, and then I'll do study target and point blank on the imp near me, which I don't really want. Actually, sorry, who's taking damage, Jimmy, of the imps?
Of the
Or not-
imps.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me how much, obviously, but
This one?
Dave plug.
And
no,
this
which-
one. This one's the most injured.
Yeah, then I'm going to shoot. Yeah, okay. So +2 to hit and +2 damage on it. Shite. Well, that's going to be a miss.
Yeah, your Avra goes sailing past, missing the
And
imp.
then Alarice is going to attack the imp to the south of him.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Nice,
and
so
then-
that is a miss, a hit, and a miss.
He's going to 5 foot.
Alright. This imp is gonna try and form a new conga line. Whoop. Goes around
that-
before you say.
Damn it!
Fucking hell. And he's gonna attack you with his stinger. Take 2 damage and Fortitude again. It's a pass.
Man, these are vicious. I don't want to know what this fortitude save the failing will do.
Aramius, what are you doing? You're a bit of a pickle there.
No, I'm not. I'll 5 foot step.
And now a pickle is you. Look how many squares he's threatening.
Pretty good.
It's true.
Yeah, you'll just 5 foot step into me.
This one is injured, right, David? The one below.
I mean, they can't flank you. Oh, no, they can't flank you.
Easily. Trivially, you might say.
Yeah.
There's a whole variety of ways they could flank him. Anyway. Not if they're dead.
That is true. I will tell you something, Dave. These guys do not look like good guys, and Smite might be worth doing.
I thought Smite was for undead.
No.
Anything evil.
Oh, Smite evil. Why can't you cast it once?
Yeah, but it stays on the thing that you cast it on until the thing dies.
Also,
This
just
fight
like a
is
heads
pretty
up,
tough.
this is quite a tough fight.
And it bypasses all damage reduction.
I knew it was a tough fight when Jamie went, it doesn't take the full damage.
I knew it was a tough fight when we didn't kill them all in the first round.
Yeah. And when they said make a fortitude save, I was like, okay.
Good thing you guys are all drug addicts.
Okay, as a swift action, I
Yeah,
would
exactly.
might-
We've all been junkies.
Which
I
one
thought you were
hasn't
drug addict as
taken
well.
no?
I don't think this one's taking damage. No, this one hasn't taken damage.
Do you not have health bars on your own minions, Jamie? Jesus.
Yeah, I do.
Ooh.
I'm just blind.
So,
And does that buffs everyone against it, right?
Just you, I think, right?
I just you.
At 11th level, unless Jamie's willing to let you be 11th level now, which I'd be.
Alright, okay.
Can I be 11th level? I teleport away.
Okay,
I teleport to somewhere 200 miles in range.
I smite this one.
Okay, it is smited.
Smote.
Okay, so I get
Smited.
charisma bonus to attack and paladin level to damage.
And if
Nice.
it's an evil outsider, you do more damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. which is very likely it's an outsider because he got summoned.
Eh,
It's definitely an outsider. They are
That means
100%
we have a
outsiders.
plane, yeah?
Whether they are evil or not.
Yeah.
There are. I'm pretty sure there are some varieties of imp that are neutral.
It is-
These
it's
probably
demon.
are evil.
It's
Okay,
demon.
I
right?
don't know the plus damage for that because I didn't put it
It's
in.
double your
It's a
level of
devil.
the first attack.
Okay, right, I'll hit it.
Imps are lawful.
I think it might
And
be the
also-
first attack of the round.
Doesn't it change your damage type as well?
It bypasses all damage reduction.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's 19 to hit and
So that's a hit.
11 to damage plus it's
Or-
outside.
Or 13, yeah. if it's-
13 if
Wow,
it's an
so
outsider.
you chop this imp down. However, it's still limping. You've torn a massive gash into one of its wings.
Gash.
Alright, Aramis, it's your turn. Olo, what are you doing?
So I can do a 5-foot step here. I'm invisible, right? So
You are?
I can do a
Vanish,
backstab.
remember?
Yeah, vanish. I can do a backstab on this because nothing is aware of my presence. I get sneak attack on everything, right? And flat-footed,
You get sneak attack because they're not aware of your presence.
and they are flat-footed as well.
They are flat-footed to you.
Okay, good. Okay, so I will do my Wakazaku.
You need to learn how to pronounce the weapons that you're using.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's 13.
You're like the worst ninja.
Wakazashi. Sorry, Wakazashi. So 13. Does that punch through without its dex bonus?
Nope, that's a miss.
Fuck. Okay, then I will do my
Actually, sorry, it's flat-footed, so
Yes.
yeah, that is a hit. Apologies.
10 damage to this one.
Nice. So that first attack, boom, dead imp.
One down.
And then this one here, I attack my +1 enchanted dagger if that makes a difference.
Can you split
Okay.
targets with your
You
attacks?
can.
Oh, nice.
It's just he's not invisible, so this isn't a sneak.
No, but it's
Uh,
not aware of my. This one is not aware of my presence.
Doesn't matter. You burst.
Ah,
you broke
okay.
it with your first attack. You
Exactly.
can be seen again.
I see. Okay, no, I think I.
And you missed, so
Yeah,
You
don't
did
know,
miss by a fucking mile.
for sure.
Probably because you were so
Clumsily
busy,
stabbed
like
behind you with your dagger.
you stabbed, like you cut through the first one, and then you did like Adam does at badminton. You spun around and just tried to hit it with your other dagger, and then you were
I
like,
like to
"Oh
think you
god,
did,
it was
like-
miles away."
Like a sliding knee, thing.
Oh yeah.
You're sliding your knees and you had your wakizashi out to your right and your dagger to your left. But you didn't realize that the dagger is substantially shorter than the wakizashi, so you just completely missed the other end.
But you did
Shut
murder
up.
one of them, which is pretty fucking sweet.
I
did
might go
murder one.
invisible here still because I don't want to make a fortitude.
this is your last vanish if you do, Tenzin. So
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would be very, very careful with how
Yeah,
you use the
okay,
last.
I will chill for now. I've got 19 life, so it's good.
Not for long.
Oh, definitely not for long.
Yeah, definitely not for long. Okay.
Change some things, because I'm an idiot.
10 more imps drop down from the skies. We surrender.
I vanish and run away. I just.
Okay. Next imp. Livid, that you've killed his friend and tried to stab him with a dagger, lashes out with a stinger at you, Olo.
Okay. 16 armor class.
Yep, that is a miss.
Hey.
Whew.
Next
Oh.
imp. He's going to 5 foot step forward and go for you, Menalara.
Mm-hmm.
You said 19 AC? Or 18?
18 for
18.
her.
So take 2 damage and give me a fortitude.
Scheisse.
Nice, someone failed it.
You take 13 dex damage. You are dead.
Roll 1d2.
No, you roll 1d2.
Okay, fine.
2. I called it. Oof, it is dex damage. Fuck.
What's dex damage?
Damages your dexterity. So
So
his
you lose
dexterity
dex.
just got reduced
I've
by
got 2
2.
dex points here.
Oh well.
It's not permanent, but it's
Forever, David. Forever.
Forever.
It's bad.
No, it is forever.
Forever.
These are special imps.
yeah.
Alright, Mordrin, what are you doing?
Okay, so my weapon so far has proven ineffective. So I am going to resort to spells. Huh. I wonder. No, these aren't humanoids, are they?
They're not humanoids.
Okay, in that case, I will acid splash.
Okay. Who are you
Mm,
trying to acid splash?
Which ones are wounded? That's a good question.
actually, no. I will. I'm going to cast my shocking grasp, but it's touch attack, so I have to slide into range, right? So I'll 5 foot step forwards.
Yep.
And then cast. Actually, no. This is. So I'm going to cast shocking grasp now. Hold the charge. 5 foot step forwards, and then make the touch attack. Okay.
I think that's right.
So that way I don't need to make the concentration check for the spell cast.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
very
cast
good.
shocking grasp. I have shocking grasp held on my hand. 5 foot step forwards, and then make a touch attack against this imp's AC. So that is what is my. So how much of a do I still get my full? I don't get my dex bonus to touch attacks, do I?
You should have a thing in your character sheet that says like put your touch.
I think it's just like my unarmed,
No,
right?
Dave, it's actually Chris. It's a standard roll to hit. You're just targeting a different AC on the creature.
Yeah, but I just use my unarmed attack for that, don't I?
No, you roll to hit. Whatever.
Yes,
But
but
you would
I
be
use
rolling
my
your strength.
unarmed to hit, right?
Yeah, your strength one. Yeah.
Well, my strength modifier is different to my unarmed. Like my unarmed
Yeah,
total
well-
attacks bonus is +5. And
Oh, you finesse, don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd be using
Yeah,
your
so
dex. Yeah.
So it's 1d20 +5. So that against touch AC, 19 against
Yep,
touch
that's
AC. Okay, and because I'm level 2, it is 2d6.
Nice.
3.
Nice. So you don't feel quite the powerful surge going through it, but the imp certainly seems to feel that a lot more than it did your scimitar.
Okay, and I am now out of level 1 spells. And it's a rapier, goddammit!
Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying scimitar.
So the last thing I'm going to do is, as a swift action, I am going to use 1 point from my arcane pool.
Okay.
And that will grant any weapon I'm holding a +1 enhancement bonus for 1 minute. So now my rapier is a +1 rapier. So that counts to both damage and attack, and it counts as a +1 weapon now.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn. I need a way of tracking my arcane pool. Sorry, I'm just
How
talking
many
to
points do you
myself.
have?
It's gonna redouble its efforts to try and bring down Birdo. And it misses.
Nice.
Cool.
Lara, what are you doing?
So right, this one I'm gonna Alari's gonna triple attack.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
So hit.
Nice.
And no damage, no damage, no damage.
The bird thinks it's done well, and I think that's all that.
The bird lets out a
And-
pleased caw.
It's gonna 5 foot step there, which I should have done in the first place, but does.
Okay.
And then I will 5 foot step, and I'm going to attack the one here because otherwise I take penalties. So +2/+2. Fucking.
So it's a
Garbage.
hit, but the arrow
That's
bounces
si-
off.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
Okay. Imp is gonna 5 foot step, and then attack. Make a fortitude save for Alris. And take 2 damage.
Oof.
And roll 1d2 for dex damage. Take 2 dex damage on Alris.
When do you die from having no dex?
When you have
If
no
you're
dex.
You
if
can't
it's
die
reduced
from
to
no
0,
dex.
yeah, you just get rendered unconscious, right? If it's
No,
constitution,
you're paralyzed but not unconscious.
oh nice, so it's even more horrifying.
Oh yeah, because we had this in our game, didn't we? Like that guy was reduced to 0 dex.
When your imp stabs some poor trussed up defenseless.
Yeah, I remember. Right, Aramis, what are you doing?
I'm going to swipe this one.
Go for it.
Yes. Don't really have anything else other than my badish.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice,
nice. That
that's
was a good hit.
That's a good hit, Dave.
That was a cracking hit. So you feel as if that should have just killed the thing outright. However,
Why won't
It
you
doesn't.
die?
alright. Olo.
Okay, so. Oh man, these things have a lot of dexterity. So. I will attack this one with my main hand.
Mm-hmm.
Confirm crit 9 plus 10, 9 damage.
9 damage, nice, that's a good hit. So
Oh.
your what is that with? Is that your Wakizashi?
Yep.
Cool, so that's 9 damage. It's
Wait, is
fine.
that 3 plus
Fine,
9
Charlie.
damage?
No, so the left one is non-crit and the right one is crit.
Oh, okay.
So it does different rolls completely.
Yeah, okay.
It's a bit messed up, so it's not like a double left one. It just does a complete different.
Wait,
So
how much damage does it do total?
total, it does
Confused
9
by that.
damage, and I don't sneak it, so it just does 9 damage. You ignore the sneak because it's not part of the. It doesn't get the sneak bonus
But why doesn't your sneak damage apply?
because.
Well, no, you
I'm
didn't confirm the critical, so.
He
Not,
did.
it did. It said crit
Yeah,
confirm.
look, crit confirm.
No, it doesn't.
No, it rolled 11.
It rolled 11
So you
Oh,
did
seven.
3 damage.
plus.
Oh,
one.
I see. So that's just
Four.
really misleading. Awesome.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, shit. That makes sense. You're right. So it's 11 is a crit confirm. It doesn't confirm, right, Jamie?
It does not confirm.
So it does 3 damage.
It does 3 damage.
Then I
your
will attack
Wakizashi
it.
grazes, it tickles the end.
Then I will
That-
attack it now
that
with
is
my
some
dagger.
programming.
And your dagger just harmlessly passes past you.
Now the question is, should I go invisible here so I can get next time the sneak attack against the armor class?
It's your call, mate.
Yeah, when we fight the dragon next
There won't be a dragon next.
Yeah, because we'll all be
What?
dead.
You mentioned dragons, but the imps fight dragons.
Yeah, alright, okay. I will chill for
What?
now.
And get hit?
Are you done, Olo?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Next sim, you'll make an attack on you.
Ouch.
Miss.
Yes.
Next sim will 5-foot step towards you, Menalara, and attack.
Ow.
Miss.
What's your AC now?
17?
17. Okay, so take 4 damage, and I need a fortitude save from yourself.
Dear.
Is he looking quite hurt?
I don't know,
sorry, I
Menalara.
didn't roll.
Menelara.
Oh, cool.
Fucking hell.
Close.
Someone needs to help Menelara.
I have 6 damage out of 16 taken, but I've lost a lot of dex.
Yeah.
How much life do you have left?
10.
You just pat. Oh no, sorry, just 12. You fail.
Oh, fucking hell. Oof.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill that one for you, but
You're gonna need to. You can do the 5%. I will take care of this. Shilly.
All right.
Okay.
As you guys are struggling, you see an even worse sight. You see 3 more imps swoop down, and they will enter combat next round. Mordin, what are you doing?
So as a speak action, whatever the fuck a speak action is, I want to yell out to my comrades, we should run away. Thoughts?
Yeah, probably. Probably a very good idea. No, I don't know the city, so you'll have to lead us somewhere.
Yeah, I want to try and disengage from combat. What's the full round? It's withdraw, right?
Yeah, you can do a full round withdrawal into like this tunnel or something.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess would be the obvious place.
that's what I'm gonna do. I sure as shit don't want to fight 7 of these things.
you guys run. I'll try and hold them off.
Farewell!
He can't. David cannot run from combat, right?
I can, but
yeah.
I have to be the last to leave.
Ah, okay. Well,
So yeah, I full round disengage and run away. And
I can always go invisible, so I'm going to help David out a little.
what I want to do is, as I don't know how much sort of leeway I have with the run away, but because I know the streets fairly well, I guess the thing I would be looking for is like just the quickest place where we can get indoors. So where the imps are unlikely to follow. So if there's like
Well, let's have a look in the map and see where you are. So you're right there. Was S14 was.
Tens, if you continue to help me, I can't leave.
That's true. That's true. I will just run. Can you do your max movement with? Can you do the max run movement with disengage? How much can you move with a disengagement? Full disengage.
Double.
Double. Okay.
Yeah. But you don't threaten from the first square that you leave. Or don't provoke. Sorry, don't provoke from the first square that you leave.
I see. 30, 10.
so you can actually go here as your first
And
movement,
you have
right?
to
Because you can
go
move
in
through
a
allies.
straight line as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually give me much about
So for
it.
me, it was like pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, is that pretty easy? That's not right. So I guess here
60
would
to
be.
press.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to work out. Yeah, if I move in this way, then I don't move through any other threatening squares.
So you know there's a shop that would probably be the nearest place you could definitely see cover.
Okay.
However, if you bang on enough doors, someone might open.
Seems unlikely given the mood in the city at the moment, though.
Seems unlikely, eh?
Yeah, so I guess I would head towards the shop, right? Like get away from here immediately, and then head us towards the place which is most likely to offer immediate cover. Are there like covered walkways? So I know in this scene in particular there are like tunnely bits. But
yeah, so I'd say in this area it's like quite well to do.
Okay.
There's quite a
Yeah.
lot of like tunnely bits and courtyards and you know.
Okay.
Maybe even
Whatever
fighting
you
the
call
tunnel.
these things.
Yeah. Yeah, so my intention then would
like
be
a
to disengage from this combat and then lead the guys through like covered walkways and tunneled areas to a place where we can stop and rest safely. Which I guess in this
Okay.
case would be that shop that I know of nearby. Also because even in the current like climate in the city, even if they're not open, like seems like plenty of places are getting smashed in and looted, so we could smash in and like take shelter, right?
Like places you could just hop in. And sure, you can find something.
Hmm.
Alright, who of you speaks? Does anyone speak Infernal?
I think I do. Let me check. No, I speak Draconic, but not Infernal.
Oh well. So you hear one of the imps yell something out in its own tongue,
What did you call me?
and hopping down, boop. Maybe one of them.
House dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna help.
um,
Wait, did you say there were imps you could see,
I
or
missed
we saw some creatures, Jamie?
These are
What do you mean,
imps. Those are house dragons.
Yeah, but the things that we saw were the imps that were landing, or
Over here.
next round.
Look,
So these
so
are
these are-
imps. These are house dragons.
Yes, I see. But you know when you said earlier we saw some creatures coming down, did you say you saw some imps or creatures? Like, are these the things that landed? Is the ones we saw coming down?
What?
Yeah,
are you-
these are the ones that are coming down. These are the house
Us.
dragons that are sort of coming down.
Ah, so they're gonna. So actually, they're allies, and rather than.
No. And you know they're not from what I told you earlier about how these things fight in the skies all of the time and they
Yeah.
like attack
That's true.
willy-nilly passers-by.
that
they're
is true.
neither. They're,
Actually,
they'd fight
sorry,
anything.
sorry if I said that. I meant to say the imps would attack people.
Oh, right.
The house dragons kind of keep the imp population in check.
Because
Right.
they're
But,
house dragons, right? They're like.
but they are like pests, right, still? They're not
Well,
like...
How about a knowledge roll, Jimmy? First to know
Yeah, give
something.
us a knowledge roll. I don't know what rolling on dragons would be.
Dragons are
Arcana?
generally Arcana.
But
yeah,
if they-
give us Arcana then.
Let's fucking go. I know 13 facts about house dragons.
Is this Jamie?
Let me see what.
These
That's
house
not
dragons
good
are they
to find out.
are they
Yeah, I didn't
also
think it would be.
local? Because like I would know local stuff like do the houses keep these dragons? Because you call them house dragons. I don't know what that means.
Morden, you know that they're not. They don't attack people unless people attack them.
Okay. Oh, our winged allies!
I should come back in combat.
I'm not fucking coming back in combat until something else ties up all the imps.
I'll fight. in
The
combat.
the imp is gonna attack Alris again. Take 4 damage and give me a fortitude save, please. And take
Hmm.
God. Take 2 dex damage on Alris.
We're gonna have to rest after this fight.
Actually,
We
need
just
to
rested.
For...
You can't just
Every-
rest for 8 hours every hour.
My turn?
Okay, Menelara, what are you doing?
This lower imp here is hurt.
Yes, it is. It's the one Alris has been sort of pecking.
They're all hurt now except for the one next to you and the one furthest away, I think, right?
So that's a hit, and a hit.
Well, it's
Crit does not
15
confirm, so.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So.
So 1 damage. Woo!
1 damage.
Wow.
Okay, are you doing anything else?
Yeah.
Your turn.
Who are you attacking?
So that's, sorry, this is the one to my left here. Sorry.
Okay, so that's a hit.
So that'll be
Can't you
Doesn't
run
confirm.
down near me and then it will have to move near you and I'll get an attack of opportunity?
You can't
Well,
run.
too
Then it
late
takes an
now.
attack of opportunity. If he's like.
the 5-foot step
Oh,
away.
you could full disengage, I suppose.
But that would mean that I have to full disengage that way.
Can't you 5-foot step move and then attack?
Nope.
Oh,
That's called cheating. So Jimmy, is that a 15? Would that, I presume that won't confirm?
Yeah, that's not confirmed.
Yeah. Okay.
A 5-foot
So-
step, Dave, uses your movement.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
But
so
you can
that's
move after it.
No
right?
damage.
Wait,
No
does a
damage.
5-foot step use your movement?
Well, yes, it does. If
It's the
yes
only
and
movement
no.
action you can take, right? It doesn't actually use a move action, but if you
It's-
use it, you can't take a further move action.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Alright, okay.
So you can't, like,
Okay.
slide 5 feet and then move 30 feet.
Alright, okay.
Imp goes. It's going to attack the house dragon. Boop. Misses. And Armaeus, it's your turn.
You can still
Move,
fight. Yes, you can still fight.
And I hit this one.
do it, David. Be the brave.
Be the man
Be the hero.
you want me to be.
Do
That
Shit.
that is.
That's the man I want you to be.
It's the man you certainly are. So your birdie swing and a miss. Olu.
Okay, I will attack this one
Mm-hmm.
down here first with my masterwork Wakazashi,
That's a miss.
and then now with my enchanted dagger.
And that's also a miss.
And okay, should I go?
And are you
invisible?
moving?
I think I'm going invisible now because I'm not hitting anything at the moment without flat-footing it, right? Yeah. Fuck it. I will go. Actually, all these drakes are attacking. When's the initiative, Jamie?
Their initiative is they'll come in. Both of the imps and the drakes will come in next round. So after
After this Initiative 11 thing,
I
right?
see.
next
We
two
might be
rounds.
resting anyway, so do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go invisible.
Poof! You pop out of existence. Well, you pop out.
I
of
can do my
visibility.
5-foot step, right? So I can come here.
Yep.
I'm doing my move. 1 second.
Don't go.
Why?
I just think that's a weird place, but yeah, go where.
I just want to get attack opportunity. Possibly. Okay, that's
So
good.
this imp's gonna go, and as it does not detect you, it moves here, which is through a threatened
I
square
get-
of yours,
I get one when it's there,
and you also get one.
or there.
You can go, David.
So you both get attacks of opportunity,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it will bring you out of stealth. Tense.
Yes. So David, I'll let David can attack first, right?
Where did it move first? Here.
Moves from here to here.
I can't see. Your
It doesn't
full
really
screen.
matter, does it?
Okay, right.
Because where it is now is where it's going to end up unless it dies.
So 14's a miss.
Okay.
Olo, are you taking your attack?
Yeah, my enchanted dagger.
I
Okay.
do get another attack
Why?
because I get 2 attack of opportunity.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you can do it then.
Not
Alright.
from the same.
No, not from the
action,
same
though.
movement. Yeah. It's from
If it left 2 squares that you threatened, then yeah, you can do it. But
It
if
did.
it only left 1, well, that's fine. I wasn't really watching.
Well,
Yeah,
how
it,
did
it did move through too.
One's there.
Yeah.
And one here.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause
I mean, it was here, right? It was here.
It was like here or here.
Yeah,
So it would have had to move through 2 together.
yeah.
It was just going directly for you.
Okay, David, attack in.
Let's go for it.
Animus. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Oh my fucking god.
Shame you don't confirm.
Yeah, that would have been.
That's still-
How's crit confirm work then?
You have to hit it again on the crit.
Yes, hit it
confirm.
twice.
If it hit its AC again, and any bonuses that apply to the first one are penalties apply to the second.
So the 15 was my crit confirm, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't.
We know these things have above 15 AC because we haven't hit them.
Well, that sucks.
But still, 13 damage is not to be
13
sneezed
damage.
at.
Yeah, exactly. You deal a vicious blow. However, it is still alive.
Then I will do my dagger.
Yep.
Attack,
There's my
Ignoring
boy.
it. Ignoring his thingy, and it's enchanted.
Yep, it's still a miss.
Oh shit! If I don't hit it, I go out.
Doesn't matter. No.
Yeah, you still broke stealth, mate. You don't like.
Once you make the attack roll, you're
Gotcha.
gone. You're out of stealth.
Okay, so the imp is going to attack Arameus. That's not imp, that's Eye Strike. Boop. Okay, take 2 damage and roll me a fortitude save, please. Oh, you just pass. Good man.
He doesn't have any dexterity anyway.
Yeah, I know. Right, next imp. Guess what it's doing, Dave?
Which Dave?
The Dave that's about to attack.
Now,
I get
even if he hadn't 5-foot stepped, which I presume he did,
Yep.
you can no longer make attacks of opportunity, right? Because you've already used your attacks of opportunity for
I
this
think
turn.
it is in a combat.
Yeah, yeah, it's for a turn, isn't it?
Indeed.
That's what I'm looking at.
5 foot stepped anyway.
But I'm pretty sure it is, yeah, Chris.
Yeah.
I think that's a miss. What's your AC?
16 now.
Yep, it's a miss.
Whew.
Wow, brutal.
Origin, what are you doing?
So
Oh,
have
actually,
all of
sorry,
these things
damage
landed
rates.
now?
Yeah, all these things have landed and will now get their own initiative, so give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, so basically it looks like everybody's decided not to retreat, so I will just plink away from a distance with spells, I guess. So once everything's turn order is sorted out.
Yeah, just tell me what you're doing, because I think you're still first, so...
Okay, cool. So what I actually want to do is use my Wand of Magic Missile.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So is it a move action to draw that? Like,
No, I can just say, you made like a full escape, so you
Okay.
can see people don't want to be doing that.
well, it's no biggie, because I'm not really going to move anyway from where I am, because I'm pretty sure I'm in range of this one. 40, and the range on Magic Missile is quite large, isn't it? It doesn't actually say on this, but if I switch over to spells, range
one-
is 120 feet. So yeah, plenty of range.
Nice. It's seen your
Do,
spell
how
list,
do
right?
wands work,
Have to
Jamie?
Use my
Depends on the
level.
spell that they're being used. Ones are always made at the lowest level
So
that
level
they
one.
could
So it's
possibly
level
be
one.
made at. Yeah, so this will be 1d4.
It's 1d4 plus 1, and it fires one
Automatically.
missile. So, so just roll out. So 1d4 plus 1 against the imp, which is threatening Dave. So that is 4 damage.
Which one? North one or South Dave?
North Dave.
Me,
Dave,
Dave,
Dex
right.
Dave. Dex dependent
Yo.
Dave, who has no Dex now.
the only one who's being threatened.
Yeah.
Dave's being threatened.
So you see the magic missile slam into it, and it seems to take significant damage.
Yeah, it does. Gee, I wonder why. I just don't know why.
That's so weird.
Can't
right?
figure it out, but I'm down to 22 charges of magic missile.
Okay. What's
Better for 22 charges, Chris, than us being dead.
Yeah.
This is what-
It's okay, guys. I've figured out through trial and error how to damage them.
Fuck the city. Let's not die.
Well, I
Okay,
tried that,
so-
but nobody else ran away. So
Yeah, but these angelic.
And Alara,
creatures-
you've ended up on top of the imp this time. I'll let it stand.
What?
How?
I don't know how this happened, but you've
It's
ended
a,
up.
it's a bug in your roll 20.
Yeah, it'll do. What are you doing?
Alreese is fighting his friend again, or his.
Hit. Miss. Hit.
1 damage.
Which one is he? He's fighting the one to the south, right?
The only one he can actually threaten.
Okay. And I assume you're 5 foot stepping, doing all your archer bullshit, and then shooting.
Mm-hmm. So that's 18 and 10 damage.
Nice. That's a good hit. At the hit that actually kills your pursuer.
hey, with
Oh
our
my
powers
God.
combined,
Right. Are you done?
Yeah.
we have now killed 2 imps, guys.
Sorry, Jimmy. 5 foot him, and that's it.
Only 6 remain.
We killed 3. Jamie, Chris, we killed 3.
Did we kill 3?
killed one.
Okay.
Kill the one Dave smited. I killed the one which I backstabbed. And
So
then
we've
the-
used all of
Kill
our
3.
we've used all of our spells for the day. We've used all of your rogue tricks for the day.
Yeah.
We've used Dave's smite for the day, and we've killed 1/3 of the imps.
I still have lay,
are
I still
pretty
have lay
strong.
on hands.
Yeah, that's true.
They're pretty strong, these creatures, right?
They're really tough. Yeah.
Yeah, anything with damage reduction 5 is really tough.
Unless you
Anything
cast
with any
spells
damage
or-
reduction is tough.
Done well.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty well.
Alright, so this imp is going to attack Alris again.
I
I keep forgetting. Is it Alris or Alris?
Reese.
Yeah.
Reese. Oh, okay. So it crits, then confirms the crit. So take 8 damage. I need a DC. I'll take this. DC 13 fortitude.
Oh, Reese, no.
Oh god.
And roll 1d2.
That bird.
2.
Holy
There's only
shit.
2 today.
So there's
Uh.
2 decks on Alris.
It's just a fucking good thing you're not rolling 20s, mate. Jesus.
Done.
I did roll a 20. I rolled a 20 to
Oh yeah, of course you crit.
crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Armaeus.
Arameus, I'm
your turn.
A
Arameus.
5 foot step.
Can you go up here? Perfect. Then I can backstab it, right? Is that can it work with backstabs?
He's not flanking.
Is it
No,
considered
I'm
flanking?
not
If it's
flanking.
No,
like-
you
You
can
have
5
to
foot
go
step to
here,
here.
Kenton.
Yeah, if I go
And
there
then you'd be
later.
able to flank. Yes.
Okay,
And
that's what I
yeah,
was wondering
yeah.
because he's threatening it with a ranged weapon, right?
Yep.
That's the question I was asking.
It's not a ranged
Uh,
weapon.
It's a reach.
Sorry, with a reach weapon.
Right, I will hit this because
He's gonna
it's
kill
the
it now
only one I
anyway.
can Hit.
Taste my divine judgment, foul beast.
Shit.
That's a miss. That's a
Oh
miss.
no, my divine judgment.
The imp is gonna fight the house drake. I hit.
All house drakes are gonna be brutal.
I know this would be bad for us, but I do kind of hope that the imps completely destroy the house drakes in like a round.
I'm assuming that- I'm assuming the imps are like the guards. They're the house drakes are stronger in general. At least.
I like the idea of that being like the fiction, but then when they come down here to actually fight, like
Yeah.
because of the way
No,
the
it's
stat
because-
blocks and damage
because
reduction
the
work,
city-
I kind of hope they just get ripped to
The
pieces.
city are using them to keep control of them, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't keep control if they're weaker.
Yeah,
Literally, like,
but that's not the way that stat blocks in monster manuals
Okay.
usually work.
It's the first house drake's turn, and this one is going to swoop round and attack the one that Alrace is attacking. Let's go. This. Okay. Nice. So the house drake launches a vicious attack, slicing at it with its barbed tail. You hear them squeal. All right, Olo, what are you doing?
5-foot step here,
Mhm.
and then I shall attack. So with my masterwork Wakazashi,
It's a miss.
it's a miss.
It's pronounced wasabi.
With my now with my
Masterwork wasabi.
with my enchanted
With my masterwork onigiri.
dagger.
And I throw my California roll. And that's also a miss. I rolled like shit.
Those two were shit rolls when they were.
Yeah, they were. They
I
were
got my
really
sneak
garbage
attack
rolls. A 2 and a 1. Oof.
Yeah.
Even the damage rolls. Oh, actually, your damage rolls on the first one. Good. Right. Next imp. It's gonna attack you. What's your AC?
16.
That's a hit. So take 1 damage and give me a DC 13 Fortitude save.
Okay. Second, I shall do my fortitude save.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Now your AC is lower. Enjoy that.
One.
Oh.
First one. Take 1 dex damage.
Okay.
Next imp is one of these. They're gonna run over to this house drake and attack.
1 second, Jamie. How much damage was the thing did to me? 3, right?
1 damage.
1 damage.
No, not 3. For the actual physical damage to
1
my
damage.
1 damage.
One.
Easy, thank you.
It was 1 damage turns to your health. To your actual hit points was 1.
Do you know how we know?
Because I said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was dealing with the fortitude there. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
I
very
wanted to
difficult because
confirm
the two numbers were so wildly different.
I wanted to confirm it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You mark down your dex damage as well.
So the imp slashes out the house drake, but it dances out of the way. House drake is gonna attack back. Oof. And misses.
It begins! The dance of the ineffectual fairies.
Is gonna. What's this move? Yeah, that's 50. 50 fly. Yeah, so it can flank. Boop. It's gonna attack. Misses. Next house trick goes and is gonna flank this one. Hello, cat.
Meow.
Oh, my cat.
Oh, it's
Hello.
gonna crit.
Hey, Coco. Uh-oh, now my cat's come in here. Hello, cat.
Kill that imp.
Oh, you're both here. No, I was talking
Last
to Coco, not you.
I think. Is this house drake. Attack. This
How's your cat, Chris?
me.
They are well.
How old?
How old?
Yeah.
Gotta be... like... 9 now, I guess. 9 or 10, maybe. They were rescues, so we think they were about 2 when we got them.
Okay,
Did that one run away, Jamie?
No, they're still fighting. One.
Oh shit, sorry, it's not extended enough, sorry. Oh yeah, shit, this
There
map
we
is, I didn't see that other side. I didn't see
Okay,
that high.
so the drakes and the imps just launch into these fierce attacks, and they're kind of spiraling up in the air, trying to get like the height advantage on each other. Morden, it is now your turn.
Okay, I whip out my wand and attack this one. He says, clicking with his range ruler so it doesn't highlight. This one.
Go for it.
So,
Oh wait, can I do this as
1d4 plus 1 damage. Pew! Take
well?
that.
Do this.
Wow.
Yeah!
Wow.
the
Wait,
lowest.
what was a good one? I think it
God,
was
the
this one, right?
effects. The effects are so. Yes!
That is so
Hey.
low.
That looks like my face a little.
Damage.
I literally could not have rolled less damage.
I'm gonna because I can't see Jamie's pings or anything.
Alright, Menelara, what are you doing?
I'll do it later.
Firstly, Alaris is full withdrawing because he's
Yep.
almost dead.
Hey, bird.
And
Need to remember to take off a charge.
so yeah, I'm going to shoot at that one.
Which one, sorry? I
The
missed
one
that.
by Tenzin.
Okay, yep. That's a miss.
Pro.
Right. Imp goes, it fights with the drakes. Miss. Okay, Aramis,
Yeah, I'm.
your turn.
That's being flanked, right?
Yes.
So that adds what
Plus
Two.
2.
to attack,
Yep.
Yes.
not damage though.
Not damage.
Oh,
Alas.
That's a miss.
Oops.
High Straight's gonna
Wait,
go.
I'm gonna move.
David, if you move, I don't get flanking.
You do, don't you? From
No.
No, you don't
Oh,
get
it
flanking
needs to
from
be
ranged
direct.
weapons.
Direct flank.
Yeah.
Just think for a moment how broken it would be if you could flank with ranged weapons.
There are ways.
Bear
to
in
get
mind,
it,
like
but
longbows
not
have
to later
120 feet effective range.
No, I don't give.
I get a double attack next turn. David.
It's up to David whether he moves.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course.
Yeah,
Moving?
because you said that, I am moving.
Alright.
Because, well, only
What?
because you wouldn't be able to shout that out.
No, but you should know game mechanics, but it's okay. Doesn't matter.
Oh, no, it's fine.
It's fine, I don't mind.
This is a perfectly valid move as well because now he's
Yeah,
flanking
valid.
3 areas, not flanking, threatening three imps,
Let's
and
get
he gets
meant to
2
move.
AOOs.
There.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, now you're flanking slightly less, but hey ho.
I-
I
I'm not
need to stop
flanking
saying
I
there.
can
flanking.
no, if you go there, I can do a 5-foot step and flank it. If you go here, I can go here to do a 5-foot step.
Yeah, no, you're right, Dave. Sorry, I was
Yeah, I
misconstruing
just
your
wasn't-
range.
I thought I was in range the other
Yeah.
place, but I wasn't.
Okay, so High Strike attacks twice, lashes out first with its mouth and bites. Kills. This one.
Mm.
Olo, what are you doing?
I will come here and start doing my attacks. It keeps dexterity bonus because it's not flat-footed; it's just flanked, right?
Yeah,
That's correct.
remember you have -1 to your dexterity.
Yes, I've already put it in there, so I've already done
That's
it in
fine.
my thingy. So I'll attack it with my Masterwork Wakazashi.
That's a hit.
So it will
So
be
8 damage.
no,
and-
yep, exactly. Sorry.
Yeah, 8 damage, you're flanking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a kill.
Hey.
Getting there. Next imp. These are fighting with the High Straights going up and up and up, and are soon well out of reach of you
Yeah.
guys. For the sake of everyone's sanity.
Yes,
Is
please.
that actually moved out for you guys? I hit delete. And
Yes,
nothing
they
Marvel
have.
20 It crashed. Okay.
Oh, okay. Now the turn order is gone as well.
I can still see them.
Where does turn order go?
No.
It disappeared for me.
For
Yeah.
fuck's sake, right.
They,
It
they
dis-
all
oh,
fly
it's come
away.
back.
Is it back? Okay.
It's back now. The
Oh, no,
imps
so
are
it's-
gone. On
Fuck.
the imps to
Right.
the right are gone, but the turn order is intact.
The
So
imps are still there for me.
this house straight.
What, the ones on the right?
Yep.
The imp is gonna poof
These
out
ones
of
over here.
existence, vanishing, and
I'll
taking
relog.
that.
One sec.
Well done, guys.
Truly
Truly well done. You survived that. I was really, really worried about that.
I was. If those house drakes hadn't come and these guys still wouldn't run away, we would have died. I'm pretty sure.
I
Oof.
think you could have handled the initial ones, but you wouldn't have been able to handle the second
Mm-mm.
wave.
No way. No
Well,
way.
it's difficult, right? Because especially for me and well, actually for 3 of us, right? Dex. Like once we start taking dex damage, like we take it once, and that's like okay, 2 off our AC. We're going to take it a lot more. You know,
That's
each
true.
time we get
Especially-
poisoned, we're much more likely to get hit for 3
Now,
of
these
the 4 of us.
drakes can do something for you. Give me 1 second, I'll find exactly what they can do.
To give us a magic ring.
No, they do not. They'll give you something that you might find more useful. Which is great.
Pet house drake.
Oh, yeah, shit.
I can't have a familiar, but I'm pretty sure I can have a pet.
There's actually rules. If you want a familiar,
I can't have a familiar.
you can have familiars. You can get a house drake at level
Yeah.
7.
I can't have
So-
familiars because I'm going blade bound.
That's a shame.
It does not let you have blade bound and a familiar, I guess, because then you would have 2 intelligent scaling weapons with you.
I don't know how well familiar scale actually.
Yeah, they
Though-
don't scale on that one.
But you can cast spells from them a lot of times, can't? Like familiars
Nope.
can deliver touch spells.
Yes, they can do that,
Yeah.
but you're going to be better at that.
Yeah, but in terms of like actions per round and like maneuverability,
It all entirely depends on what you get, really.
it doesn't matter anyway because I can't take them.
So who's taking damage?
Everybody,
Me.
I think.
Okay. Each of the drakes cast 3 cure light wounds.
Oh shit! Okay.
When
So,
you-
can they cast restoration like 4 times?
Well, it's a poison, right? It's going to have a duration to it.
Doesn't matter. The ability damage is still done.
Yeah, but it will fade after a duration.
6 days.
Is it 6
I
days?
don't think it's
I
6
don't think
days,
it's
is
6
it?
1
days.
point per day, from what I remember.
But when you sleep, how much do you recover? That's the question.
1 point per day. For ability damage, I believe.
I thought like the lower poisons did not last. I think they were like 10-minute durations.
How much was that gold ring worth I got?
250 gold points.
250, okay.
The duration, Chris, it depends on the frequency of the poison. For imp poison, like it depends on how long it lasts. But the effects, like the poison leaves your system, but the effects still happen.
Well, I guess you're fucked.
Pretty much.
Well, we have a temple that owes us a favour, right? So,
I can't afford.
although we did kill
to
that
have
guy
that
right in
cast.
front of the doors.
Can't afford to have it cast 4 times. So
What do you know? That the house drakes have restoration.
Oh, that's handy. Makes sense
Cast
if
restoration.
they have to fight the imps, right?
Yeah, it kind of does actually.
Otherwise, the house drakes would
Yeah.
pretty quickly lose the fight.
Yeah.
So, do they like fly in and like Menelara's like, oh god, I'm so fatigued, and the house drake puts
Yeah,
its
and then
puts
there's,
its
like-
little beak down to one of the bite marks and then sheds a single tear into his wound, and then he feels
See.
better, and then yeah, nice.
Lesser restoration.
And then they eat the bird.
1d4, Jamie.
The 1d4, yeah? Alright, thank you.
There's. It's fairly unlikely they're casting full resto.
So how much damage have you taken, Menelara, you and Elise? Because I think you guys have taken the most. Elise, sorry.
Well, if you guys see, I still have the wand, so like.
I
But
don't need it.
hit
I've
point,
only, I've only taken 1.
Yeah, but
hit
there's
point wise, Alarice has taken 20, and I've taken 6.
I think you'll need the healing.
yeah, and I've taken like 4. So
See if they can actually speak with you. Yeah, they can actually speak.
what language? Oh, I speak Draconic. Hey, hey.
Yeah, he speaks Draconic and Common. So it addresses you Common
Nice.
and says, "Thank you." Not many would stand up to the imps like you did.
We are very brave.
You are very
Uh,
brave.
Thank you for your assistance. It was timely.
Indeed.
Do
Here.
the house drakes? It's house
House
drakes,
Drake.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Do they know anything about what's going on in the city? Because they can see from above, right?
They can. Yeah, so he tells you that riots have broken out all around the city. The guard is incredibly pressed, and the imps are using this to their advantage, sort of robbing people as they walk past, as the sort of house drakes try to help out amidst the chaos.
I see.
Anything
Did-
specific you want to ask him?
Did anything set off or seem to direct the imps, or are they just taking advantage of the situation?
The imps are taking advantage of
Okay.
situations, what they do.
That's all I think that I want. Oh, actually, we're on en route to the castle? Is there any dangers ahead we should be aware of?
Just more imps. However, we'll stay with you until we get to the castle.
Nice, thanks, buddy. And I tickle it under
No
the chin.
problem, bud.
Give it a little tickle under the chin.
Have they given us a healing yet or not?
Yeah, so I think each of them will cast Restoration once.
Okay.
I'll tone them a little bit.
So who's taken dex damage?
So there were 5 house drakes. So
I've
that's
taken
five
one.
restorations, and you can divvy them out, or lesser restorations. You can divvy them out as you see fit.
So I don't need a restoration.
So let me roll them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can take the 1 if that's okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then Alaris and Menelara can take the rest, right? Which should actually, I'm pretty sure you didn't take.
And see what's left over.
Dave, did you take any?
I've taken 5 damage.
You didn't
No,
take any
this
dex
is
damage though, did you?
Dex damage. This
Oh
is
no,
that-
no dex.
No.
No.
So it's just
neither
me,
fine.
Tenzin, and my bird.
Burp.
Grand, so Tenzin, you went down 1, wasn't it? So yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
fine. So in total, I lost 10. So,
Nice. Fuck me.
Really.
That's over 2 characters.
Yeah, but
Alright.
still, Jesus Christ.
Brutal. Right, and I should also say you will be 3rd level by the end of.
Oh!
So
And
Oh
it's
wait,
fine.
so
That gives you an opportunity, Jamie, just as a reminder, to figure out how my black blade comes to me. Obviously, doesn't have to be now. I'll let you think on that.
Are we gonna be 3rd level at the end of this encounter, Jamie?
okay, I have something.
you know this restoration, is that healing 4 dex?
Yeah, only
Yes.
dex damage. But
Yeah.
like, I can do normal healing on you. But I think Jamie said they would cast. Are they casting Cure Light as well, Jamie? Or...
Oh no, I've already been very generous.
Yeah, hell
Yes.
no.
I
That's
think
fine. That's fine. I'll do some Cure Light. So.
Yeah,
my
'cause you-
priority is my bird. So
Yeah,
you
your
just
bird is pretty
get in
wounded.
line.
That's fine, I have land hands anyway.
I'm
Yeah,
on
but
18.
I might as well
I would-
cast on.
I'd say no, Dave. Just now. Okay, you can do what you want, but as someone who has played paladins and played with paladins, I would advise saving lay on hands for in combat for emergencies
Okay.
because it's simply a touch for you
It's
to do it
swift
yourself.
action for
And it-
myself.
Yeah, so it's really quick.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
For
so
next session, we're going to be going directly from where we are now. So your characters will be 3rd level by the time we get in, but you won't consider yourselves rested. in
Okay.
between.
Okay.
So stuff like spell, key, your wand, and all that. Gotta be simple
So,
before.
just a clarification, because I think... Hang on, let me just double check. But I think at 3rd level...
At 3rd level, I'm immune to disease.
Was there any
no,
treasure here, Jamie?
that was no, Dave.
No,
But
it's
it
not.
was-
I looked.
Ah. Dave, you got your 5 back. Well, you got 6 back. And then
thank
what
you.
kind of healing do you need?
I'm on 18 out of 19, so I don't need one.
You're not getting it, Grand, Chris.
I've only taken 4 damage,
Okay, Grand.
so probably save it.
Nice. I'm back on full.
I have apparently lost my big spreadsheet of my character plan. Brilliant. How the fuck does that even happen? I thought Google Docs saved
Google
automatically.
Sheets. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah. It's
Well,
not on your recent. Like, if you go
it's-
sheets,
yeah, it's not.
it's not there. That's weird.
Uh,
That's really weird, actually. It wasn't a shared one, though.
no. Did I?
Okay.
I pasted it over to you, didn't I? I
Um,
did. Yes, I did.
You did.
Damn.
You got it.
Yeah, I think I made a couple of changes at like level 20, but that doesn't matter. So okay, so at level 3 I don't get any access to new spells or anything. But
You get a feat.
yeah, I get a feat. So new spell slots, I presume, like because we're not resting. Yeah, so because we're not getting full rest, so I don't get the chance to learn any or to
No,
memorize any
so
spells
like your
in new
hit points,
slots.
base attack bonus, and everything goes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Okay.
Spell slots.
Cool,
or
cool, cool.
passive things or key.
All
you'll
right,
have
then.
a chance to rest. Ish, probably.
Yeah, no biggie.
So what HP do I get again? Constitution bonus plus.
You're a D10.
So my rolled HP. Well, we're doing average HP, right?
It's your choice.
which is I'm going to do average because I think that's what I did before, which is
You don't
average
want
of
to
a
do it,
D8.
Jimmy.
What?
You're guaranteed average, but like you can't get lower than average.
What
So
roll
you-
bot?
Roll your dice, but even if you get a 1, you'd still get a 4
Oh, that's a good roll.
if you were D8. That's what I've been doing for you guys.
Oh, okay.
It means you're not completely fucking.
There we go.
squishy,
Well, I rolled a 1, so
So that counts as a
who
4,
who didn't see that fucking coming?
plus whatever your con is, and I'll do the same.
The average on a 1d8 is 5.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So we're allowed to roll. Okay.
So you take me. So
I've just been taking the average. I'm just going to carry on taking the average anyway because
say
that's what
roll,
I've done up to
roll
now.
or roll, and if it's below the average, take average.
Okay. From now, right? Just starting from now.
So 5 for Mordrin, 5 for Menelara.
So I'll just get a 5.
5.
Oh,
That's what,
okay.
may as well just take the
Come on,
average,
Dave,
right?
roll your D10.
Come on, David, get higher.
So
Love
that's
it.
6.
That's 6, yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
That's not bad.
that's fine.
All right. I assume you guys are okay doing your level ups and stuff.
Yes. All
Yeah.
good.
So-
Blah 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 blah. Cool. Are we ending it there for today?
Yeah,
then?
we'll
We
call
are,
it there. I think that's a good place to end off.
Cool. So just out of interest, whereabouts did we get to in the city? Because we were sort of headed towards the castle. Oh god, I've zoomed out. Oh my god, that the zoom slider sucks so much, doesn't it?
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Um,
So
you have to be like so careful with it.
I
What-
use Alt and Scroll button.
doesn't that
But you
just
kind of.
zoom your whole window, right? That doesn't actually zoom the.
Oh, it does actually work.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, nice. Okay. Awesome. I didn't
Um,
know that, Dave. Thanks.
Control as well, right?
No, control does
No,
the control
scrolling.
zooms your browser window. So are we sort of there-ish?
You are where the marker is. So you ran into the rioters here with the.
Oh,
door,
okay. Right.
And you ended up here in like a courtyard.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Again, extra sneak dice, which is huge actually.
So I mean, you've just about made it there without dying.
Yeah.
It was very close.
I mean, we've still got this same distance times 2 to travel, right? To get to the
And in
castle.
total, you've made it. See how far away from the house you were. You made it about 100 feet from where.
And we only nearly died, like a lot.
Our sneak, I mean, our we're leveling quite quickly. Didn't think we'd level so quickly.
You level up in, like I said, I'm doing it in
Yeah.
steps. So once
Yeah.
you
Plus,
once
the
next
faster you get out
thing
of
requires a certain
level.
you will be that level. So you're never going to be under leveled for the game. But
Yeah. So-
if we play it through properly, there's a potential. Like, say you avoided this area completely and went straight to the castle and avoided that, you would be level 2 by the end of the session.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
So when my black blade does show up, Jamie, however it shows up,
Yep.
it will be a scimitar. So then you no longer have to remember rapier, right?
Nice. I'm going to call it a rapier. I know it.
Is
Hey,
there
and
anything else?
I now add Jamie. I
Yep.
now add my dexterity bonus to my damage.
Your damage, right? Yeah. Are you choosing Wakazashi?
Yeah, I will do it definitely.
What is my total HPs now?
But this means that I
23.
probably
That's pretty
need-
pretty
Was-
good.
Was there any loot on the imps?
It is-
Half of them flew away.
Yeah.
Oh god. Well, half of nothing is nothing, so it's okay.
Oh god,
Does
yeah, I need to
spellcraft
create.
do?
It's used for spellcraft checks. It's used for
you wanna-
counter spelling and identifying spells that are being cast.
Okay.
Now, do I have enough HPs now? Trying to decide whether to take the bonus Magus Arcana.
It's also used for identifying magic items too.
Ah, well, that's pretty nice.
Do you know the problem with taking bonus Magus Arcana, Jamie?
What?
It only gives me 1/6 of a Magus Arcana, so it's essentially nothing until level 9.
Sucks, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, but at least I don't need to put any more fucking points into dance.
Oh, you done with dance now?
Yeah. I only needed it to get to rank 2.
Fun.
I suppose it kind of makes sense for you, like your persona or something, you know,
Yeah.
like the duelist.
Yeah,
Sword
it makes a degree of sense. It's just irritating to, essentially burn 2 skill points. Anyway, let's knowledge, arcana, perception.
Oops.
All right.
2. Okay.
I think that my battle with the imps has taught me something about the planes, guys.
Oh,
I now have a
knowledge is
bit of
good.
knowledge of the planes. I learned something. I might actually take +1 skill point as my favoured class bonus.
Yeah, I will do that as well. +1 feat or skill?
Skill. Don't get a feat.
Sorry,
Jesus
sixth-
Christ.
Sixth of a feat, I meant. Is that only a rogue thing? Or I don't know.
No, I get a 6th of a Magus Arcana, like I was just saying 10
sixth
seconds
of a
ago.
roll count for you, isn't it? Or a ninja trick, rather.
Yeah, 6th of a.
Yeah, but it means you don't get that ninja trick. You have to not take anything but that until level 9,
Yeah.
and then you
So it
get.
does nothing until level 6.
It's painful.
Yeah, that's true, but I'll start doing it now because I took the first 2 levels.
Yeah, just bear in mind if you start doing it now, you won't get anything from it until level 9.
That's true.
I'm going to take the bonus skill rank.
Level
And-
8.
Why level 8?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, right? What shall I put my skill rank into?
I think there's quite a lot to get through before you hit.
Yeah.
Now, electricity or cold resistance, what's better?
Probably.
I'd say
elec-
cold.
Yeah, okay.
Really
This is
depends,
master.
right?
This is Games Master.
Sam's the best person to ask, but I think
I'm
cold
gonna go
damage
cold,
is more
yeah.
common.
Well, seeing as you're in a city, it's very likely we'll come up against more humanoids, which means casters. So it could be cold or lightning. And so to be honest with you, Dave, in this scenario, I would just stack 1.
No, he needs to take individual ones. It's better.
Oh, you can't take the same one every level.
No, he gets. So,
I can.
he has a. It's not a feat. What's the other things you take at level 1 called?
Trait,
Trait. He has a
Yeah.
trait that gives him.
unscathed, +2 to a resist I already have. All resists I
Oh.
already have.
So
So
it's
now I
better
have.
for him to take new ones. He gets +3.
Oh, in that
to
case, yeah, you
resist.
definitely want to spread them out. Just take whatever you
So
don't
now
have.
I have 3 in fire, cold, and acid.
That's insane, right? Because you could see how difficult it was for us to kill these stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is a very badly written encounter.
Um,
It would have
I
been
don't think it is,
easy if we had casters.
Have 1 caster.
That's it. What I mean is that's an encounter written for a basic party, a standard party, which we're
But that's
for
like
a fighter,
all
a
adventure
rogue, a
paths,
wizard.
right? Like they are designed around.
They're all designed.
I get a feat now as well.
Nice. That's cool.
Would new ones have been unlocked?
training.
or-
Yeah, they will do.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Back to the list of 400 feats to figure out what you need. There's the nice.
You could go with.
Are you
Dave.
using PC Gen, Dave? I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got that qualified button, right? So which
Yeah,
shows you
I've
what.
clicked that. Yeah.
There's
Vital
still
Strike might be
30
one
odd.
you might want to look at. If you're not going to be charging much, Vital Strike is very good.
I can't choose that.
Oh, really? Power Attack, Furious Focus.
I can choose power attack.
You don't have Power Attack. Oh,
you should definitely go for power attack.
yeah. Go for Power Attack and then Furious Focus later on, because Furious Focus removes the penalty from your first attack with Power Attack.
I can't remember.
So
Why
it
didn't you take?
becomes
What
really
did you take
good.
as your first 2 feats?
Oh.
You should already have 2 feats, one from being human and one from being a first level character.
Yeah. Just having a look.
Because I know you got
Uh,
the dexterity one that adds to your attacks of opportunity. 'cause you
Yeah,
used
noble scion of war and combat
That's it.
reflexes.
Have you been remembering to roll your What's it called? Initiation separately.
Initiative.
Initiative. Sorry, I'm fucking dumb today. Yeah.
Initiation.
Look,
Initiation. Have you done the initiation, Dave?
Well,
15 plus 3. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Because that gives it so that it's your charisma being added instead of your dexterity.
Yeah.
Initiation.
But Dave, what's your dexterity score?
2. 1 plus 1.
So combat reflexes is it's not a very good choice for you. For the return you're getting at the moment until you've got higher dex, although
Yeah, but I could
right
only
now.
choose it at level 1.
No,
Combat
vanilla
re-
Scion.
No, I'm on about combat reflexes. Getting more initiative is always good, and using it off one of your best stats, charisma, that's great. That's really good for you. It's just
Yeah,
combat
I
reflexes
could
is
only
kind
get
of
that level.
suboptimal.
So it's been pretty useful, I think.
No, I'm.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know.
Okay.
If I have more dex, I'll get more
Yeah.
attack
I don't know. I
opportunities.
think having the extra attacks opportunities with a reach weapon is super fucking good.
Oh, it is, but he's only getting one out of it.
And Dave's still missing quite a lot for.
I don't know how
using
much he
combat.
actually needs initiative, right? Like, I know initiative is important, but most
do
of
have-
what you
I
do
have
with going
lots.
first is move into threaten range and attack, right? But
Yeah.
even if you don't go first, you still get your attacks of opportunity, don't you?
Yeah, it's been okay. I mean, I've chosen it now. I can't.
You can
Yeah.
retrain things. It is kind of
Ah,
expensive. Though.
I'm okay with it. It's fine.
It takes time, like in-game time.
I'm fine if people want to rework the characters at some point, like if they're not enjoying what they're doing. Same rules you do, Dave, for your
Fourth
games.
level. Yeah. Okay.
How many? Right, so I need to remember that I'm on 2 of 3.
So what Jamie means
Arcane,
is that
cool.
what I was doing is that in my game, if before fourth level you're unhappy with something and want to change it, I was allowing it, and I think that's what you mean, Jamie.
Yep.
Is it?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, for free.
Just because we have people who are new to the system, especially. And
Quick question, Jamie. Not important for right now.
Yep.
But the Black Blade. Do you want to name it, or shall I name it?
you can.
Okie dokie. I will
What's
come
it
up.
called?
I will come up with a very cool name for later. Something.
Hope it fits in roughly.
Wait
with what
for
I
it. Something edgy.
I thought so.
Get it, guys?
Yeah, that was
Guys?
great. Chris, good work.
Hello?
Well done.
Is this thing on? Edgy.
There's one called Extra Lay on Hands. I get 2 additional Lay on Hands.
I might call my Black Blade Dave.
Seriously, Dave.
Yeah.
Again, you are free to ignore, right? But
Mhm.
what I would suggest is swapping out combat reflexes for power attack and picking up Furious Focus at third. Because power attack will give you minus to hit, plus to damage. Furious Focus will remove the minus to hit. And because you're using a two-handed weapon, the extra bonus damage is actually higher than what normally would be. So you'd probably be adding around 6 damage to every attack and taking no penalties.
Yeah, it's huge. Power attack is amazing.
And at the moment, the resource you have the most of is hitting a fucker with a weapon. Like, getting more lay on hands isn't really going to be necessary right now because you have, what, 2?
I have 4.
How much intelligence?
4!
Do you have?
Holy shit.
I have
How
4
much
Lay on
intelligence?
Hands. I have
Huge.
10 in 10 intelligence.
That's a shame. Fuck.
Why, Jamie?
Unsanctioned knowledge?
Yeah, I know. I wanted that, but I can't. You need 13.
That's fucking amazing.
What does it do?
So you pick one first level spell, 1 second, 3rd, and 4th level spell from either the Bard, Cleric, Inquisitor, or Oracle spell list, and add them to your Paladin spell list.
Yeah, but he wouldn't get access to them to 4th level, and then he'd be a first level character. Or first
That's
level
still
caster.
really good.
It's got potential, but it's a lot of work
And
in
the
it.
buff spells from like the Cleric and Bard?
which he'll get some of them anyway. Well, he won't get haste. But Chris will get haste.
Oh yeah, Chris gets stuff like that. Yeah,
Chris,
Yeah,
like-
and like Chris is going to want haste, so I imagine he's going to take.
Cleve also.
Yeah, but like I'm
I think
almost
Cleve's
certainly
better
going to be
though.
quite selfish with my buffs. Right, I don't get
well,
as
haste is an AOE buff, so
no, it's not.
You
Haste
think
is an
Cleve's
AoE
what,
buff.
Jamie?
No, there's a separate one for haste, isn't there? I thought.
haste is an
No,
AOE
haste,
buff.
haste is AoE,
Oh, okay.
100%.
Cleave, Dave, Cleave relies on you killing a creature. If you don't kill it, it's useless. While power attack is always good.
Yeah.
It always adds more.
Power attack
And-
is
It would also, you would be doing so much more damage that cutting through the damage reduction of a creature like we just fought would be way more trivial.
I don't get haste forever. Like a lot of the decisions we're talking about now are
Oh,
things
yeah,
that
I
do
know,
not happen
because-
for
Way off.
such a long time that it's almost
Yes.
like I don't get haste. I don't get access to third level spells until level 7.
That's rough.
So I'm a
Power
2/3
attack.
caster, right? Like I'm not a full wizard. So I don't have full wizard spell progression, and I definitely don't have like full wizard spell slots, right?
also David. Power attack scales with your levels as you get higher. Level, it becomes more.
Additionally,
I'm
guys,
I
just
power attack.
additionally, haste is not AOE. I
It's-
just
well,
I just
Gary.
looked it up. Target is one creature
Yeah, it's-
per. Oh, it's one creature per level. Okay.
per level, yeah. So it's a kind of an AOE. I guess I should have been more
Yeah, yeah.
specific.
That's cool. That's per caster level, isn't it? Not per spell level. So yeah, I guess 7 targets, right? So it's not a.
Yeah, exactly.
By the time you can cast it, it's AoE.
Yeah, by the time I can cast it, it's AOE and it lasts forever, right? Because it's also then 7 rounds, right?
And if you get a Rod of Extend, you've got 14 rounds of it.
I think I'm picking up extend at some point, but
Yeah, but
Again,
a Rod
um,
doesn't make it. A Rod doesn't mean it's an extra, a higher level spell to cast.
Yeah.
A lesser Rod of Extend can be used 3 times a day, and simply just extends the spell. as
Yeah,
long
but
as the
again,
spell
these
is,
are, like,
third level.
things that aren't going to be happening in such a long time.
It's worth planning for though. Saving your money.
This is
and
yeah, I
You got
guess.
Bull Rush, Dave?
stuff. What'd you say?
Bull Rush.
No, because he has to make contact with the and
I can't choose it.
I mean,
think
Bull Rush just
power
pushes
attacks.
things.
Take
And-
power.
Thunder.
Sunder is terrible, not worth it.
What?
You're better off killing an enemy than breaking part.
Oh, that's definitely not true.
That is such a like character optimization thing to say, right? Anything that's not optimal is trash. Fuck it,
Yeah.
destroy it. It's worthless.
As someone who knows what's to come, Sunder's good.
I can't pick it.
Right, we're stopping there, aren't we?
Yeah, we're done.
Cool. All right, I shall end the stream then. And I guess send the link over. Oh, I think we had people actually watching. How about that?
Hey, hello.
Hello, people. Goodbye, people.
Bye.